Welcome to Stage Mom Podcast, a podcast for breakthrough bands and artists. Today we have Big Child. Big Child is a rock and roll band out of Miami, Florida. I love that I was able to spend a good amount of time with these guys. They're all so incredibly talented and so down to earth, and let's not forget to mention, super easy to talk to. It was such a blast. I recommend everyone going to check them out when they get a chance. I personally cannot wait to see them live.
Who else could it be? It's you. Who else could it be? It's you. Who else could it be? It's you.
She requested. Okay, so we're here with Big Child, and I'm going to have them go around, introduce themselves, and we'll start with you.
All right.
And what do you do in the band?
Okay. I'm Michael.
Okay.
Michael Kiak. I play the drums in the band.
Okay.
My name's Matthew, and I sing, I write the music, and play guitar.
I'm Chris. I play the bass.
Okay.
I'm Casey. I am lead guitarist and backup vocals sometimes.
Okay. All right. So, Big Child, you guys are out of Miami.
Correct.
How long have you been together?
I want to say like 2 years, right? Going now.
Well, it's kind of
Yeah.
hard because like we're like all like different like bits and pieces that came together.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, how did it start?
You want me to go?
Yeah. Go.
Okay. So, it actually started way back when we were like middle schoolers.
Okay.
It was Casey and I. Well, Casey wasn't in the band yet, but like essentially the premise that we started middle school kind of was a joke.
Okay.
Like, we started with this band called Purple Soda, and we're like, let's make music. Like,
Purple soda, like
Yeah.
Fanta. Like,
Exactly.
Okay.
That was the original name.
Okay.
Yeah.
and like we're like, yeah, music. Whoa. We had no clue how to play anything.
Okay.
And we would go to like these. We would have like, these practices where we're just like strumming like ukuleles, and we're like, what are we doing?
Yeah.
So like, eventually we started taking it more seriously. Like, especially once we started getting to like rock music. I remember, like, obviously like listening to Nirvana. I'm like, oh, like people actually do this stuff. So
Yeah.
we decided to actually start writing songs, and it kind of all came together. We're here now. So
Okay. Are you guys original members? Did you have to go through a couple to get?
Yeah.
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 growing pains.
Well, they're the original ones. I'm
Yeah.
the new drummer and he's the new
The
bassist.
latest
Okay.
edition.
Yeah.
Okay. How long have you been with them?
Since
January.
January. Well, at first,
Yeah.
in January, they reached out to me for a show that they were doing in Wynwood
Okay.
at Gramps.
Gramps was great.
They asked. It was really cool. It was a nice venue. They asked if I can come in, fill in on bass. So sent me some of the music. I figured out how to play it, and since then,
Okay.
been playing along.
Yeah.
And how'd you come up with your name?
Oh, that's a good question.
Yeah.
For it. So, I think that was like kind of towards the that was a while ago because that was right where the transition where we're like, let's actually make music now.
Let's get serious about this.
Yeah. So I was turning 16 at the time,
Okay.
and I was talking with my girlfriend at the time, her dad. He was saying like how I feel to be 16. I'm like, oh, I feel like I'm not too old to be an adult, but I'm not too young to be a kid. So I'm like, kind of like a big child.
Okay.
And in a sense, like when it comes to at least how I think we feel about music, it's like when you go to a show, it's almost like you can be a kid again. And like when you
true.
listen to this music, you can actually just like enjoy it and not have to worry about things. And I think that's like the whole point of how music should be like.
Right.
Should be enjoyed. Like,
Yeah.
Agree.
It's true. I think most guys are big childs. So.
yeah.
Seems true to a lot of people. Okay, so for those that have never heard of you guys, what kind of music would you say you play?
In general terms, rock and
Okay.
roll. But if you want to dive into the more like nitty gritty, grunge is like obviously a big thing, and we take lots of inspiration from that whole era in the '90s. And
It's like
even
kind of hard, because like it's like we go through like different phases kind of, because like when you're just starting out like listening to rock music and especially like the '90s, you're obviously like one of the biggest influences is gonna be like Nirvana and like all the other grunge bands, and like I think that's where a lot of like that's like a starting point for a lot of people, and that was like our starting point.
Yeah.
But our sound is definitely like
Mature.
a mature like way from that. But you could say like general is like rock, but we do like like one song of ours can be completely different than another one. You know?
It's a lot of variety.
Right. So I noticed your stage presence reminds me a lot of the Black Crowes.
Oh, cool.
Has anybody ever told you that?
Never. That's a
No?
big compliment. Thank you.
Okay. Yeah. No, I love the Black Crowes. They're awesome. Okay. So, all right. You guys have like a rock alternative. Now, is there any inspirations that you have? I mean, you mentioned Nirvana.
Yeah.
Any others or
No, just Nirvana.
just
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, but seriously, there's a lot.
It's
'Cause
a lot.
Matt and I have pretty almost like kind of identical music
Yeah.
taste in a way, you know. But this, you know, well, 90s rock is just so big. There's too many bands out there.
It
but
was honestly the best time for music.
to be alive.
It really was.
We weren't, but
Yeah. It was awesome.
yeah. No, all those post grunge bands like Silverchair, especially for
Okay,
Matthew.
yeah,
That's a big name.
Mhm.
And
Yeah. I was actually, we were talking about it earlier today, like, because our sound is kind of like, you know, making itself like its own thing.
Mhm.
And I was just thinking, like, a lot of what I like, especially right now, and a lot of stuff that we're kind of making is more shoegaze, like, inspired. So that's also a big, like, genre inspiration. Like, you know, bands like, well, I was talking about Teenage Wrist, this local California band that I really, really like. Smashing Pumpkins has a little bit of shoegaze.
They're my fave.
also,
Yeah.
Hum from the 90s. They're super underrated.
How do I not know them?
No, they had one big single in the 90s called Stars, but they deserve a lot more.
They're good,
They're amazing.
Actually, someone said we sound like Hum. I forgot who said that, but cool compliment. So.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's a lot of things, but
I mean, I think we all have like different influences.
Yeah,
Like I know.
Yeah.
And I know, like, especially for Christian, I feel like Christian has like the weirdest music taste out of all of us.
Oh, what do you like?
What's interesting because when I was listening to like Big
Yeah.
Child stuff before I ended up joining, and it's when they asked me to come play with them, I'm like, yeah, sure, of course, I'd love to help out. But it's interesting because the kind of music I like the grunge feel too, but it's not what I usually listen to.
Yeah.
I'm more into like I like progressive emo
Okay.
bands, so Coheed and Cambria is my favorite band of all time.
Okay.
Mars Volta, Jimmy Eat World, My Chemical
Oh,
Romance.
Jimmy Eat World. I haven't heard about them. My nephew just actually was Jimmy Eat World just here.
They were-
Yeah,
they
he went
were.
to see them.
Yeah.
That's
Oh, cool.
I was
Yeah.
like,
Where's that?
At Tampa?
I think-
They weren't there?
No,
yeah,
it was
they were.
down. Wasn't it down here?
I don't
you
know.
weren't you gonna
I
go to that?
was gonna go to that show. Yeah.
There was a festival in Tampa that had like Incubus, 301,
Oh,
and
Jimmy
Jimmy Eat World.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Missed that.
Oh yeah, I mean like Christian like has like such a weird music taste, but like I feel like his like
No.
his influences like reflect in his
yeah, no,
Oh,
but
yeah.
bass playing.
And then I don't really play much bass. I mostly play guitar, and I helped filled in your other band.
Yeah, because I'm in another band.
What's that?
I'm in Wimp, and yeah, I'm in Wimp, and he plays guitar.
And with
So
Oh.
like that, he was like my connection, you know, like
Okay.
so, and he, because our bassist couldn't fill in one time, so he filled in bass for us, and his bass career popped off.
yeah.
I'll just try to play the bass like I would if I was trying to
Yeah.
play the guitar.
Yeah.
Basically.
He gets really creative with it. I really like what he
it's
does.
like he like shows his part. I'm like, yeah.
Is it similar? Like, can you like? I can't play any instruments except for the recorder that I was forced to learn in fifth grade. But like to switch from guitar to bass, like, is it a simple task or like is it something you have to really learn?
It depends the kind of style that you're playing. Where you, if my first like some people like to play with fingers
Right.
and that to like have a more it just changes the sound completely when you switch from picks to fingers, for example. That's one thing. Playing along with the drums is a big factor
Right.
that influences playing bass versus if you're playing guitar.
Yeah.
Are you playing more like lead kind of stuff? Are you playing more rhythmic? Usually
Right.
people do more like rhythmic stuff because it kind of helps the bass and the drums kind of tie in
Yeah,
together
yeah.
when you're playing the songs.
Right.
Which is not my original approach when it comes to like either writing or playing. So that kind of like, okay, I got to figure out a way to do that while also putting my own style into it.
Right.
So that's what
Do
makes
you play with the pick or do you use your
Both.
fingers for? Oh yeah.
both. I've never really played with fingers before, so I have a little issue trying to
Yeah.
do that. But like I'll be practicing and I'll be like, all right, let me try to practice. I'm gonna do this run through with a pick. I'm gonna do this one with the fingers, and
Right.
I'll figure out.
Depends.
As I
Yeah,
go.
my daughter, she was in a band. She's a drummer, but she's going to be playing at the festival. She's actually launching her solo. Or she's
that's
releasing an EP. So she's coming out from behind the drums, and she's doing guitar and singing. But on her EP, she's playing the instruments herself, though. So that's super
she's
cool.
All of them?
Except for the bass.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
That's so cool.
Yeah. So, but her bassist played with a pick, and it was the first person I'd ever seen play bass with a pick. I was like, "What's
Oh,
going
really?
on here? Why
Yeah.
is he doing this?" But yeah, so that's interesting that more people do it. I thought it was just him.
That's a big thing, playing bass with a pick, especially for rock music, because you really want to like accentuate the bass.
Yeah.
So like you could do it with your fingers. It's gonna hurt. You're gonna get blisters.
Yeah.
So
It's like a preference thing. I don't even know. 'Cause
Yeah.
I've heard somebody say like never use a pick, or the other way around. So I don't
Right.
even know.
It's the
Right.
great debate.
The
But-
great.
Yeah, it is. It really is. So, how old are you guys now? Are you guys all pretty much the same age, or?
kind of.
Sort of.
Not really.
Not really.
Yeah, no, not really. Actually, no.
Well, who would you say is the youngest, and who would you say is
The youngest? Okay.
Probably.
I would say he's the youngest. You're the oldest.
That's
And these two are the middle children.
not
Close.
right.
Well, so it's close.
Is it
Close,
close?
yeah,
Yeah. Okay.
He's definitely the
I'm
oldest.
definitely the oldest.
It's the beard.
By far.
We're actually the same age. We're the youngest.
We're both seniors in high school, Matthew and I.
Oh, really? Oh, okay. You're in high school, and you're not the youngest, then, I
I'm
guess.
19. I'm a freshman in college.
Okay. Where do you go to college?
I go to FIU.
Okay. A lot of the bands that have come in here have gone to FIU.
It's a big school. In
Yeah.
out of Miami. Yeah.
It's really funny because like we're brothers.
Oh, get out!
Yeah. And whenever people see us, they're like, "Oh, how?" People go up to me like, "Is that your younger brother?"
Yeah,
I'm
they
like,
think I'm the younger
like,
one. 'Cause
No,
I'm like
he's
way shorter.
Oh my god, that's so funny.
Yeah.
I don't see it at all.
I'm wearing a hat right now, but we have the same color hair.
That's
No, my girlfriend just figured out that you guys were brothers.
See, like, no one
Well,
knows.
when we were younger, we were a lot more alike.
Yeah.
So what's the age difference? Like
14
14 months.
14? Oh, okay. So you're practically twins.
Yeah.
Okay. And I should have seen that.
And I'm a
right?
twin. I'm a fraternal twin, so I have a sister.
You do.
Twin sister.
Oh, that's so cool.
It's creepy.
My mom's a twin, but she's identical twin to her
Oh,
sister.
really?
Yeah.
Oh, cool.
That's
Yeah.
cool.
So, okay, cool. That's so cool. I didn't have any idea. All right. So that's fun. So, all right. What's a piece of advice that another musician has given you guys that you kind of like took with you to move on with?
Like as a band or like individually?
Like, individually, that would make you like
Yeah.
your own drummer. Like,
Well, like for me, like I have there's this kid called Michael Arevalo. He plays drums for Palomino Blonde,
oh, okay.
and you've heard of them, right?
Mhm.
Yeah, I love Palomino Blonde, and I love Michael. But they're like they've helped me through everything with the drums because I taught myself the drums.
Oh, did you?
Yeah,
Okay.
so when I started in high school, I was like terrible, and I always asked Michael like to come to my shows
He's like, oh,
and help me. But they helped me a lot. Like I really appreciate him, and they've always given me advice to get me where I am today. Like without them, like I would not be the drummer I am today.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Hopefully they're watching and
Yeah, hopefully.
we'll have to tag them in this.
I feel like I'd be like, because I want to say like the person who's helped me the most or given me the most advice is also from Tommy Navon, which is
Okay.
because his name's Peter. He's the bass player,
Okay.
and like I actually just as a band, like he's been really helpful and supportive of like our music and helping us kind of get our footing. Because live performance, when you're in the practice room, it's a completely different thing. And then when you're on stage, it's like you got to worry about these things about sound and
Yep.
how the sound's coming out. So he's been a big help on like helping us get a better sound live and helping us like sound more professional.
Mhm.
And I really appreciate that. And just like him being like, just like a good friend, I guess.
Right.
It's been good. It's like in the scene, like it can kind of get like a little overwhelming just being
Right.
by yourself. So
Yeah.
having like a kind of like an older person guide
That's
you.
nice. That's nice.
Chris, you got anything?
Oh, if anything, well, when you asked the question, there's not a specific like person that has told me, but I like to watch a lot of like interviews with
Right.
musicians, and the one that when you ask that question that rings is one with Dave Grohl,
Oh, I love him.
where they're asking him like, "Oh, what advice do you have for like people coming up bands?" And his thing is just get out there and keep just play shows as much as like that's like that. I think in the interview you said like if there's one piece of advice you can give, it's that.
Right.
Just go out there and play anything you can.
Yeah. I completely agree with that. Anything that's offered to you, you play it.
Let's get yourself out there.
Regardless if it's the corner of the street, whatever.
Exactly.
You're playing.
Yes.
You're never going to be known if you're not out there and making a name for yourself.
Yeah. Exposure. But that's a tough one because I don't know. Advice, but so thinking of interview, that came to mind of Kurt Cobain interview. That was before they really blew up. I think it was like more like 1990 before Nevermind came out. But he would just say never give up because there's so many like things that get thrown at you in a band where you get discouraged.
Right.
Yeah, that's in family.
Yeah, it's ups and downs, but really just sticking with it. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Also thinking to my band teacher because I'm at my school. I'm in like the rock ensemble class. Right. You know, it's more for fun, like covers. It's not like Big Child where we take it really seriously.
Right.
But you know, he always tries to give me advice of how I could be a better musician and be like, kind of like a big problem I had back in a while. Like would be like balance, kind of like. Trying because I have a bad habit of like turning up too loud sometimes, and in band that's like a common it's like a common problem in like other bands I'm sure, but you know just like wanting to bring yourself out, but you really just you got to think of everybody else in the band and have everybody shine and you know come out equally.
Yeah, that's absolutely right. But it's funny that you brought up your instructor because my next question was, have you guys ever taken lessons where there was an instructor that kind of, you know, gave you a good piece of advice? And so I think you read that paper.
No.
I'm just kidding. So, do you guys follow a certain like ritual before a show that you do, or you just head on stage?
Red Bull. That's
the pre-game workout right here.
We sacrifice like years of our life on Red Bull.
That's so funny. I've had one Red Bull in my whole entire life. I nearly died, I think. I was coming out of my skin. I was like, I am never having one of these
the first time I had the same effect on me. Like, my heart started racing.
He's addicted, by the way.
Oh, now I'm addicted, because they still have my job.
I think they
I'll have my
disgusting on top of it all.
Yeah, I actually like the taste of Red Bull. It doesn't do anything for me, though. I'm gonna be honest.
The taste is my favorite part. That's why I love them so much. It's not. I don't like feel like a surge of energy. It's just like I love this blueberry.
He doesn't get the
blueberry, by
dopamine
way.
anymore. He's
he's already built the tolerance.
Upgraded to Monster over here.
Yeah.
Is Monster stronger than the Red Bull, or?
I don't know. I just like the taste.
Those ones are disgusting too. I hear the smell. That's enough to make you not even want to go near it.
I'm sure
I don't know.
He calls it his boomer drink.
But yeah. All right. Back to the question you were asking us.
What
The
show was it?
ritual.
Oh, the ritual. Oh, I thought that was a ritual.
Oh.
It's like a ritual. Like we don't necessarily like do anything before a show.
Yeah.
Sometimes we'll rehearse the day of, just run through the set, you know, just because we have so many songs, but we all know them by heart practically.
Right.
But there's so many, so it just solidifies things, you know.
I think overthinking is also a big part. Like right before, you just gotta like think of the worst thing ever.
What's the worst thing that can happen,
Right.
and not do it. Just make sure there's not.
Yeah. So.
Have you guys done a lot of shows? You've done 2 years, but part of that was COVID, right?
Yeah.
Yeah,
That was tough.
That was a hard time. Yeah.
That's where we really harnessed our sound. I feel like during those.
Yeah, so you
those
took
months.
advantage of it. A lot of bands didn't take advantage of COVID, and it was just
Fell
like,
apart.
I haven't seen a band in a year.
Yeah,
No,
it can either be like a very like depressive thing, or like what we did, like we
Make it good.
we try to make the best of it. You know?
Right.
Grinded.
Yeah.
No, yeah. I think COVID, especially like, because like our main concern was really just trying to like get practice, because I feel like right before you can actually start doing much stuff, you know, you obviously have to have your own songs. Because personally, like I hate having to play covers all the time because I don't know, it's not as authentic as like coming out with your own stuff.
Right.
And I think it has been really rewarding because now that we've got our footing, now we can actually like, you know, get places and do things. So I kind of have, you know, the good side of COVID, I guess, as good as it could be.
Yeah.
So you guys, you don't like covers, but will you play covers?
Oh, definitely.
And what are your go-to covers?
We actually just last show we played, or the one we did a cover of Taylor Swift.
Yes. You belong with me.
It was.
Oh my God, is it on video anywhere that I can see it?
I hope so.
I have a couple clips.
Okay,
I have a
I'll
couple
have to
clips.
see that.
Crowd loved it.
I'm sure.
Oh, no, they were singing along.
And you just don't expect it, you know.
Yeah.
That's right. Did you switch it up a little?
We made it a little more punk rock.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. I can't
But,
really see that.
But yeah,
What else we covered, Matthew?
We have two. I think we have two. Like,
two main like.
one of them is Bliss in the Sun.
Oh yes. Violent Femmes.
Yeah. We put our own twist on it.
Yeah.
I mean, it's like a punk
Or
song.
rock song, basically.
Yeah.
One of Silverchair's song "Freak." That's like one of their bigger
Oh, yeah.
songs.
We kind of meme it now. We're like we just
Yeah,
mess
like,
around.
We'll like speed it up. We'll like
play like super fast, like just
or
mess
slow,
around, yeah.
and then like Nirvana.
Yeah,
But that was especially more like the early days. We haven't covered them in a fat minute.
yeah.
No, I don't
But,
think we've covered them
like,
since.
We try not
It's
to
been
do
a while.
covers, like for that reason. Like I
Yeah.
feel like if you're trying to get people into your music, like they want to know
Who you are.
your own
Yeah,
music.
Yeah.
at most we'll slip in one or two, but it's,
Yeah. I mean, I kind of feel like if you're doing covers, you're just going to turn yourself into a cover band.
Yeah.
So it's like every so often, depending on the vibe in the room of, you may have to throw one in there if there's like
Yeah.
a group of people that don't know you, but people that are coming
Yeah.
out to see Big Child are coming up to see Big
Yeah.
Child.
right.
So unless you have like a regular gig at like the restaurant at the corner,
Yeah,
that's,
yeah.
that's the
Just don't
thing.
let it-
Yeah.
I'm also like extremely terrified of Nirvana comparisons because
Uh,
I'm like the lead singer and I'm
Yeah.
blonde and
Yeah.
I play guitar and I scream. People are like, "Oh my gosh, it's Kurt Cobain!" Like,
Yeah.
unavoidable, but
it's
that's how it is.
So tell me about your worst performance that you've ever had.
Oh, my. Listen, you have to have at least one like bad
Yeah,
performance.
everybody does. Everyone has
I
to.
can't. Which ones are worse?
Worst?
Well, worst.
Worst,
is-
there is. I know the worst.
Oh,
Oh,
Halloween.
oh.
Let's go with Halloween.
You should tell
yeah.
say that one.
The Halloween one. Okay, so that was a complete disaster.
It was a Halloween party.
It was a Halloween party and we got invited. I think like the day before.
the day before.
So like, okay, a show's a show. We're getting paid,
It's
right?
gonna be a paid gig.
So we're
We were
going.
told.
And by the way, we were told. So we get there, and I just want to say, like, it's nobody's fault. It was just like bad circumstances. Like, it just kind of fell apart, and that's just sometimes it happens.
Yeah, like we appreciate like the people that invited us and we love them. It's just it is what it is.
It
didn't
just
work
didn't
out.
work. And
Like, go ahead.
yeah, so we get there, and we're like, there's a security guard. We're like, okay, it's a legit thing. It's like a house show,
Right?
We're like, okay, so we feel like comfortable. It's actually gonna be like a good show. There's a good crowd, and we get there. The first band plays, everything's good, and then the mic cable just breaks, and so there's no mic, and we're supposed to go up.
Yeah. So like, what do we do?
And they're telling us like, just scream it. I'm like,
Over the instruments?
I
Yeah,
can't
yeah,
do that.
right.
We play like loud rock music. You're not gonna hear
You'll
me.
be out of your voice by the halfway through the first song.
exactly.
Yeah, so we're just like,
No.
some guy there. He's like, I'm gonna buy a cable, and I'll be back. And we're like, okay, we'll wait. And so the other band, like the last band, they go to play, and they're screaming the lyrics.
They don't care. They're like, screw it.
They're just like whatever. And by this time, that the crowd starts like dying out, and so we finally get to go on, right?
We go on at like 1 a.m.
At 1 in the morning,
Jeez, what time were you supposed to go on?
Like
10.
Yeah.
And like there's like maybe a dozen people.
Where the heck did he get a cable at that hour?
That's what I want to know. He
Maybe
generated
Radio Shack. I don't even know.
They sell cables there?
Maybe.
Yeah, I don't
Who
think it was
knows?
open at that
He
time.
left, and then we didn't hear from anyone. And then he came back and was like, "I got it." So then we're like, "Okay."
Yeah.
So we're like, "We could play," but
And
then
so we play. I think we play like a song and a half, and then
No,
like,
we only-
oh, the cops are here. Like, we
we
gotta
only-
go.
This thing got shut down.
We played one song, like we didn't even finish it, cause like
Oh my
we
God.
have one of our singles is "You Don't Know Me," and that one's a long song. Like I'm not gonna
7
lie,
minutes.
yeah, it's like 7 minutes,
It's a banger.
and we didn't even we got like halfway through and then shut it down.
You gotta be kidding.
yeah,
and we
then
didn't get paid also.
And you didn't even get paid.
No.
What?
it just, yeah, that
was sad.
show sucked, but
That
That's very
really
sad.
does suck.
it happens.
Yeah.
Thankfully, I wasn't there yet when that.
He dodged a bullet there.
Oh yeah, because we also
Oh, we
another
didn't have a
thing
basis.
is that we didn't have a bassist.
Oh,
It
Oh,
was just
so
a wreck. It was just.
it was
I
just
did-
all on
yeah.
you at that time with the drums.
Yeah,
yeah, no. At the time, she couldn't make it, so like Matthew and I were screwing with our EQ, like let's turn up the bass. Blah. I
we didn't.
have
care.
like one video of us playing it, and it just like, it's whatever.
The bass is important in a
Yeah.
live
Yeah.
setting. Like it
Yeah.
really evens out the sound.
Yeah.
It does,
It
yeah.
does. Yeah, that's like the one thing I've realized, like, especially even when we're recording, because recording and mixing songs, the main thing is that bass always goes with the drums, but bass without the drums is like nothing, like it's empty. So
Yeah,
that's
It's
like
true.
a big thing. Yeah.
Goes hand in hand.
that's true. Okay, so how many originals do you guys have out now?
Oh, out.
Out.
Spotify. Or,
I think we have 4 songs out now.
I can confirm that.
yeah.
I should have confirmed it.
No, I think he's right though.
Yeah, because we got Under Due, which came out last year. And
January.
then in January last year, and then or was that 2 years ago?
2 years. It was 20.
2 years ago?
No, it's 2021.
Oh, okay. So yeah, Under Due. Then we had Back Out. Then we have You Don't Know Me, and then our latest single is You.
You. I knew that much.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, all
Do you guys have a
singles.
favorite?
Back out.
Out of the ones released,
I have a personal favorite. Our latest song, You, is like really meaningful to me when I wrote that song
Okay.
at the time. So I don't know about you guys, but that one's like my favorite. And
Yeah.
also to play it live is like really cool. So.
Yeah.
yeah, they have their own vibe, kind of. You Don't Know Me was a really big one for us, just because we actually went into a Real Deal studio. It was
Okay.
Sound Artillery,
That's always
and we
fun.
worked with
Jonathan Nunez.
yeah.
From Torch.
Yeah, so that one did break the bank a little bit, you know. We kind of saved up. And, yeah,
It's not cheap, people.
It's not.
It is not
No.
cheap. That's why you gotta sell your merch, try to recoup something.
right.
Yeah, yeah.
So
But-
what is your songwriting process?
It's pretty like rudimentary, I think, because we don't really like. I mean, we try to get creative with our writing, but at the end of the day, it really just comes like I write like a chord progression, and I send them like, "Guys, it's a cool song." They're like, "Yeah, it's whatever." And then we go into the practice room, and we just like jam it out.
Yeah.
I think there's been a couple occurrences where I like will write a full song, like the You that came out. I wrote the full song except drums,
Nice, okay.
and then we'll just be like, "This is a good song. We'll play this."
Yeah, like
Yeah.
he'll send me ideas on WhatsApp. Like he'll just send them to me. I'll listen to them. I'll give him feedback. But like I think everything he makes has potential. Like
Right.
he's like I don't know how to describe it. He's just
He's a good songwriter.
he's a great songwriter. You know, lyrics too. Like
Right.
I think the way he writes lyrics is like not the tradition. It's like an abstract thing. You know.
Yeah, it's not like cheesy.
I'm a
lyrics, you know,
poet.
like,
Yeah, when we first started as a band back in the Purple Soda days,
Okay.
yeah, it's a different story, especially on my behalf.
Compliments were going good, and then you had to bring up.
Yeah, I'm sorry. It came to mind. No.
Let's go back to the compliments.
No, but it was me too, because especially at the time there, I would also co-write a lot and even write my own songs for the band, and they were like so cheesy, like cheesy love songs type shit, or heartbreak songs, you know.
Oh my gosh, yeah. Like,
You know.
how much can a 14-year-old really feel at the time?
Hey, let me tell you. I know a 14-year-old girl who feel a lot. That was probably nothing, but
Yeah.
at the time,
Yeah, yeah.
you're going to die from the
It's
situation.
true. I still feel like it. So.
yeah.
But yeah, Matthew usually just comes up with a riff, and then we'll just take it from there.
Okay.
You get someone like I don't listen to this type of music usually, but out here I'm listening to the songs that
Yeah.
he wrote, and I'm like, this is great. I really dig this.
Yeah.
Where do you get your inspiration from for the lyrics? Like,
Lyrically?
is it- yeah.
I actually, well, recently I've been really into poetry.
Okay.
That's deep.
It's so deep. I'm a poet now. I think one of someone who's like I've been really inspired by is Bukowski. And
Okay.
Charles Bukowski. His poems are like very real, like realism, basically, and like kind of dark. And there's like a sort of like, I think when I write lyrics, what I hate the most is when lyrics are like straight up. Like pop songs, I'd be like, I love you. But there's 1,000 ways to say I love you. So why do you do it like that way? When you can do it a different way that only you could say, you know?
Oh.
So I think when it comes to writing lyrics, it's more of like not trying to be abstract, but trying to say something a way that no one else has said it. Which is a very hard thing to do, by the way, because people have said a lot of things, you know?
Right, yeah.
But I think like that's the beauty of music. Like you can listen to a band and be like, they're gonna sing about like something like it sounds like you've never heard it, but it's just like a love song.
Right.
Right.
That's
And,
really like a mature way to do your writing.
Yeah.
Far beyond your age. I couldn't do that, and I'm 46.
Yeah, no.
Yeah.
Sometimes Matt and I will even write together,
Right,
like
okay.
Oh, yeah.
over the phone or even in person. Like
I feel like actually when we write together, we write like really good stuff.
yeah.
too.
Yeah.
It sometimes takes a while, but you know, then when we get on it, it really works out.
Yeah,
nice.
you gotta burn through like the bad stuff before you get to the good stuff.
Yeah.
No, it's really a process,
Right.
songwriting.
Yeah.
Because there's lyrics, and then there's all the instruments, and then just kind of
Yeah.
meshing it with the vocal melodies,
Yeah.
plus everything else.
It's
on
like
top
layering.
underneath.
It's like layering.
Yeah.
Right.
It's
Do you ever like get ideas when you're like like, let's say you're out shopping and then you're like, oh shit, this would sound good. Do you
Write that
have, like, do you put it into, like, a voice recorder?
Yeah.
Or do you guys...
That's actually a funny thing that you mentioned that, because I have like on the voice memos app on my phone, which is taking up my storage. I have like 500 recordings, and I'll be like right before I'm gonna take a shower, I'll get an idea. And you can just hear the shower running in the background. And I'll be like singing into my phone. So yeah, like sometimes you just get ideas that pop in your head. Like last week, I got home and I'm like, I have an idea for a song, and it could be like a word or like a topic. Like last song I wrote was about a planet, and I'm like, oh, I love space. Let's write a song about it.
Yeah.
And so
Really? What's the name of that song?
Neptune.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's not out yet.
No.
No,
Okay, I'm gonna have
it should
to...
be.
I bet there's going to be a lot of different interpretations for that. Like, no one's going to really know it's
Yeah,
about a
right.
planet.
Exactly.
Yeah. It's interesting.
Yeah. No, it's what was I gonna say? Yeah, like for me, for instance, like for a Big Child, I'm not like a primary songwriter really. You know, I'm the guitarist, but like in the past or even still for like my own stuff, I usually just think of like life experiences more than like not random things, but just like I don't know.
Yeah,
Girls especially, but you know that's kind of how it is. You know,
Yeah.
just like
it's most real when you're
emotions.
feeling it.
Yeah.
Emotions.
Yeah.
But
True.
yeah.
Like, do you get in your feels when you write drum parts?
I start crying.
that was
It's kind of hard. Like I can't like really just start banging on stuff in public. I'm
Yeah.
recording off
Yeah,
voice
no,
memos.
no.
Really?
Like, I feel like for me, like for songwriting, it's kind of weird because like we'll like play it and we'll like it's just me jamming. Like I don't have like a concrete drum part, and then you know throughout the week, because throughout the week, I can't play drums because I'm at FIU, so I don't have my drum set. So like I just listen to a lot of music, and you know sometimes I hear like a fill, and then like I like try it on all the songs that we have, and I see like what it works with.
Right.
So like a lot for the drum parts, like I kind of just do what comes to my head first, and then the process of the drum part it evolves. Like the drum part I started with can be something completely different by the time we record it, which I kind of prefer it that way because when you're under pressure to write like a good drum part, like it's kind of hard to make it unique. So like especially when we play in live settings, sometimes I do like a fill like by accident, but like it kind of works.
It does.
And then like I'll just I'll actually like start playing it more often, and then like it becomes like part of the song. So like that's my process. Like it evolves like over time.
Right.
Like in a
Yeah,
live
because when you're playing it, you're actually feeling it at that moment. So then
yeah,
it's-
exactly. Like in a live setting, like I probably never play the drum part the same.
The same exact way.
Oh, okay.
But that's okay, you know.
That's, yeah.
That's
Like
awesome.
I play like in time, like the basic parts of the song I'll play like because I made it that way.
He's actually
Like,
extremely off tempo.
yeah, I'm a terrible drummer.
Yeah.
Oh, God.
Yeah. But with Michael especially, I like when he joined the band after we kicked out our first drummer. Sorry, but yeah, no, I was amazed by how quickly he caught on to like our songs. Like it would just like
Our sound
that.
completely transformed.
It just like
Because-
done.
And it's also kind of weird because like
Yeah.
I
love you,
kinda
Mike.
weird. Oh, thank you. I love you too.
Oh.
I started off like my other band Wimp is like pop punk, so very very like basic drum parts, you know. So when I started playing drums for Big Child, like I had to, not that I had to expand my taste, but like I kind of had to like get more ideas because like playing like basic like snare on 2 and 4 is not gonna do it. Like I have to like spice it up a little bit. So it's kind of easy like when you listen to like the guitar parts and the bass parts, like you kind of see like how you can like mess with it a little bit more. So yeah, like I can switch between like pop punk and grunge, like, or like whatever it is.
He's versatile.
Yeah.
Yeah, versatile.
And you taught yourself.
Yeah.
See?
We actually have a jazz song, so we're kind of switching it up.
Oh, I'm versatile except jazz.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, my daughter can do that. She did the jazz drums too.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
It's hard.
Yeah. It's different sticks.
Yeah,
and
yeah,
everything.
yeah.
Yeah, yeah,
And like the way you hold them, right?
yeah.
I think we all kind of taught ourselves, right? Pretty
That's
much.
super
How about
cool.
you, Chris?
Yeah, because I know you had classical training when you were learning the cello. No.
Yeah, I used to play cello.
Oh, you did a cello.
We all started on different instruments. Like Matt and I were in the same middle school orchestra.
Oh. So what were the original instruments you guys were on?
Oh, well, okay. Back in the Purple Soda days, I mean, my two things were the ukulele and the tambourine. And they didn't need me, so they kicked me out.
Oh my god.
But don't worry, I learned the guitar and they let me back in. That was
like the one requirement. I'm like, you can learn guitar. And they're like, it's okay.
I
And
literally
like,
just grinded.
In like 2 months, he was like better than me, so he joined.
No, every day in the summer. That was like 2019, I think. Yeah, and then I just ultimate guitar and YouTube.
The best thing
Yeah.
in the world.
Bam, go.
It's so there's so many things at your fingertips these days. It's,
Yeah,
It's
Absolutely.
awesome.
Yeah, you don't need to pay for lessons at this point.
Yeah.
I never took lessons at all. I just
Yeah.
YouTube, ultimate
What-
guitar, and then at the time when I like first learned, which is funny, I only learned the guitar because I thought it would be like Guitar Hero, the game. It wasn't. So I had a few friends that they did play guitar, so they're the ones that introduced me. They showed me like some basic chords, and then the rest was like, all right, figure it out on YouTube.
Right.
Ultimate Guitar tabs.
Right,
Shout out. Yeah.
Yeah, but when it comes to our kind of music anyway, like theory, for example, like isn't that big of a deal. I mean,
anything.
At least in my case, like I can't tell you what specific like keys are or like
Just
we'll
sounds
do
good.
like very basic theory. Like
Yeah,
He knows
like-
all the theories.
because I took AP music theory
Oh,
in
did
high
you?
school.
Okay.
Yeah, and my girlfriend, she goes to like she does cello in UM, so she like taking all her theory classes. So like
Okay.
so I'm not like super versatile, but like I know like what I'm talking
Yeah.
about. So to a certain extent,
Yeah.
and like when we're doing like harmonies, like I'll
he's
I'll
all
help with that, like to
He'll
make
come in
sure
clutch.
that. Like I like the piano, and I'll like make sure that it sounds like it sounds
Legit.
good, you know.
Sometimes by ear, it's not the easiest. Just like with vocal harmonies and just in general, it's
Yeah, it's kind of hard. So it's nice to have the piano, and like you can like really like see like what's
Right.
happening.
Right.
But like that's like the deepest like we're really going because I mean knowing theory is great, you know. Like if you know the theory, like the music is probably gonna sound like amazing. But also like I feel like a lot of the best music is made without like the knowledge because
Yeah.
you could think of it in a sense that like knowing everything is kind of restricting in a way because then you're like you don't want to like so some of the greatest composers like broke the rules of music theory. And it's kind of like that with like what we're doing. Like you don't necessarily need all the rules to still
Yeah.
make it sound
Yeah,
good.
yeah.
Right.
it's like punk rock, and
Yeah.
you know,
Yeah.
like they
Like
just
you-
let anybody have a guitar. and,
Exactly.
you know,
Like Kurt
Make-
Cobain definitely did not take music.
Yeah,
That is
but it
just-
still sounds good.
yeah, exactly.
you know.
Yeah. Is there a band that you guys would love to collaborate with?
Frog Show Mercy.
Yeah,
Really?
they're relatively new, kind of.
Yeah,
Like,
I've
they're-
heard of them. I have.
They're like an emo
Yeah.
kind of.
I've seen
indie.
videos with them.
Yeah.
They're really cool.
Definitely them.
We've got to play with our idols at Grams. We told you at Wynwood. Probably no blonde. We opened for them. So
Oh,
that
nice.
was really
That was like our.
Okay. So
That
that's
was-
like your favorite local band, or
I think as a group, yeah.
yeah.
collectively.
I think, yeah.
Yeah.
They're like one of the few local bands that like I'll actually like put on my playlist because like I like listening to local music, but like you know I love what Palomino Blonde did on their recent.
Yeah,
Oh,
they're-
the recent record is good.
It's just beautiful, like
Yeah.
because their shoegaze sound, but they're just too good. Too good. And we're actually kind of friends with their members in a
Well,
way.
yeah. I mean, yeah. That's all right. So, for as far as the local scene goes, do you guys have a favorite venue that you guys played at?
Favorite venue out of all.
We're kind of addicted to TM Poets.
Okay.
TM
Because they'll
Poets at
take us.
Sunset.
Yeah.
I think a big part of like getting shows is like our age.
Yeah, I had that problem with my daughter's band.
Yeah, I mean now that we're all like, of age, like 18 and older, it's kind of easier now because you can get away with like an 18 plus show at a bar versus like being underage. That's
Yeah.
like a little
Yeah.
bit shaky. But I think Team Poets is probably like
They've always been
It's like
very
the go-to.
accommodating.
Yeah.
Yeah,
They're accommodating. The staff is great.
Yeah.
very cool.
Last summer we played a show in Tropical Park.
Oh, yeah.
It was called Lost in the Woods. We're
Okay.
actually trying to make it happen again for this year because I'm
That's a secret.
working with my friend to make that happen again. But it was really cool. It's outdoor, like really cool like outdoor venue.
That was a great show.
It
That
was
was a good
really
show.
good. Yeah.
Yeah, that was really fun for us.
I think actually at that show we were like jamming on stage, and I nicked my chin on his guitar, and I started bleeding.
Oh my god.
Yeah, that happens.
So yeah, it was a crazy show.
But yeah, on stage, I like to have fun. Like really like
Oh yeah,
You got it.
moving
Might as
around.
well, right?
Yeah.
He has a little
Exactly.
bit too much fun.
Yeah, no, my dad tells me like, calm down, like you're gonna hurt yourself type
I'm
stuff.
surprised I hurt myself before you did.
Yeah, no, like the next day after that Tropical Park show, like I had to work and I just felt off. Like I was
my
like,
gosh.
I felt bruised. I was like,
Whiplash.
After,
No, 'cause
after
head-
shows is the worst.
Yeah.
Honestly, it's like just like the pain.
it's like a hangover, but not really.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's like your head banging gets your neck
Yeah.
sore, and then your legs and everything, your
Yeah.
fingertips, it's
Yeah, you
everything.
said.
But you know, it's worth it in my opinion.
As an athlete, I love
Yeah, just
an athlete.
Yeah.
Especially the drums.
but stage presence is a big thing.
Yeah.
And I-
Oh, 100%. You can totally lose a crowd if you don't have good stage
Yeah.
presence.
It's,
definitely.
yeah, like I believe like the energy you're giving is what you're gonna get back.
You're gonna exactly 100%.
So,
So you mentioned your dad said that. Do all of your parents? Do they come out to your shows or
No.
no?
well,
loud.
sometimes it depends. It was funny because my aunt came to the one in Tropical Park, and she's like, "That was the worst night of my life."
Oh my god!
Yeah, no, she's like, "You owe me this much money for going to that," because because she's like, it was so dark.
Oh my god!
it was
Don't let her
pretty
go
dark.
out to the underground coffee house.
Yeah, and she sat in a chair far from the stage, and she still said like, "I was miserable." So
Oh my
like,
gosh! Well,
you know, like
well,
definitely, yeah, it was kind of funny to me, but
glad you enjoyed yourself.
yeah, but hey, like different people and like different things, and
Yeah.
Yeah.
Different folks.
Yeah.
but it's not everybody's cup of tea, our music.
I'm
but-
sure that my daughter would have loved for me to have skipped one gig. Like 3 or 4 years.
I know.
It was this, looking right at her. I was like, I'm never gonna miss one.
Yeah.
That was
You'll always have her back.
definitely, and I was the roadie, so
Ooh,
it was like,
that's so nice.
yeah. Oh my god, and she's the drummer. Have you guys played Underground Coffee House?
We were invited actually, but then
It's
we
my
were
birthday that day.
Yeah.
So, like,
Yeah, no. When you open the door, you have to go straight upstairs. This long flight of stairs that goes straight up.
Oh yeah.
Drums.
Oh,
Like,
yeah.
Oh,
my
really?
God. Yes.
Yeah, that's a
Yes. You bring all your stuff. up
The coffee house is where the May 7th show is happening, right?
there. No, that's at
That's-
Lauderdale
that's a
Brewery.
brewery, right?
Yeah, it's
Okay.
in Port Everglades. Kind of hard to find. I have been many times, and I still sometimes make a wrong turn.
Because it's like a warehouse.
It's in the warehouse area,
Yeah.
yeah. Which is it's super. It's going to be a good event because
It looks
it's
nice,
all
I
day
saw
and
it.
night, yeah. And it's hopefully not going to be too hot. That's all.
I'm excited though because that's in Lauderdale now.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, that's going to be our first out of like city show.
Yeah.
Really.
Really
Yeah.
awesome.
I'm super
Awesome.
excited, yeah.
Yeah.
You're gonna have to tell your aunt to come out to that one again.
Yeah.
Torture herself because you guys need votes. Because the winner
That's true,
plays
yeah.
Revolution Live. So
Yeah.
we have no friends, so that's gonna be
Yeah,
hard.
we're all.
Praying for 0 votes.
It's like, yeah.
I feel like that's more of an accomplishment, honestly.
To get no.
To get
votes.
no-
I had a
Reverse psychology.
gingerbread making contest at my house for Christmas time, and I gave the worst bread house a prize too.
Oh, really? Okay.
I felt they needed to be noticed as well. Because if you're going to be that bad, I think it was just like a pile of shit. If that was it. So anyhow, okay, so we're going to move to the segment of You Can Tell Mom Anything. We got a couple questions here. So I'm a mom.
No, sure.
So, what is your biggest fear?
Spiders.
Like flying.
Flying?
I hate flying.
Flying.
Like flying.
Flying like
They meant like flying like a superpower. Like
no.
In an airplane.
yeah,
No,
we're talking about flying to Fort Lauderdale first.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, no.
Flight.
No, I'll walk to Fort
What a
Lauderdale.
private
Thank
jet.
you.
Private jet.
It's not even like the height. It's just being in a steel coffin.
Have you ever flown?
I fly. Yeah.
Oh, okay, you still...
My family's from Colombia.
Okay.
So growing up, we would always like every summer come back,
Oh.
and I hated every
How
second
long is
of
that
it.
flight?
Like about 3 hours,
Oh,
45
that's all?
minutes.
Oh, okay.
About, I'd say. But I've done that so many times, and I'll never get used to it.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, that's mine.
Okay.
For me, I've never liked moths.
Oh my god! Oh my god! Hold on
What?
a second. There was a moth in our house last night.
Really?
How do you say that? And I
Oh,
got
no,
this,
don't show me. Don't show me.
I got this text message from my daughter. The moth made its way to my room, bro.
Oh,
So annoying. I hate moths.
it's kind of like a mix. Not really.
What are the odds?
It's like a hatred mixed with a fear, because
A hatred.
yeah,
What did they do to you?
Yeah, for real.
they exist. They
Oh,
exist.
okay.
Okay, yeah, fair.
That and dying. So
Oh, okay. So you're fearful.
Fear of dying.
Yeah.
Well, what's the point of fearing death?
I'm so
Like,
scared.
I'm like afraid of dying just because, like, I don't want to leave my family.
Yeah.
So that's my fears, is leaving them.
Yeah,
So
That's one way to think.
That's understandable.
yeah.
Bro, you Matt, that's your fear.
My fear? I'm not afraid of anything.
Right.
He's fearless.
I'm terrified of a lot of things. I have like I have issues with anxiety, so like a lot of things freak me out, especially like social situations.
Okay.
But you know, like Arizona tea helps. So.
Yeah,
Not sponsored, by the way.
I guess it did the day.
Yeah.
I guess my biggest fear would be like, I don't know, something stupid like the dark, maybe.
For real?
Yeah,
You afraid of the dark?
that's like my
Do you
worst.
sleep with a nightlight on?
Kind of.
The TV?
I face away from like the closet, and I put on headphones, and I listen
Really?
to the ocean, so I don't have to worry about it.
Oh. I have to sleep the furthest away from the door, so when the intruder comes in, they don't get me first.
Oh,
Yeah.
That's understandable.
Yeah, I guess.
I
Actually,
can't sleep close to the door.
I have to like
You
light
never know.
candles and incense, so like if they come near me, I'm protected.
Oh yeah, I get the.
So you sprinkle salt around
Yeah.
you, is that what it is? That's funny.
For me, I'd say like my biggest fear is probably heights.
Oh,
And
okay.
I've always had that fear, and I think it intensified when my friend made me go on like the super drop ride at the fair.
Oh, God.
I'll never go. on
It's so bad, and I mean the fair rides are already like scary.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
We're not sure
Yeah.
how they were put together.
Kinda
Yeah, they're like
People.
super sketchy, and
my
he
God.
he convinced me to go on it, and like I just like instantly regret it. Like I have a terrible fear of heights.
Drops is horrible. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and actually at our next show, we're gonna put them on like a 20-foot podium with the
Oh,
drums
yeah.
up there.
Yeah,
It'd
actually
be a
at the
lot.
warehouse, I'm gonna have like a giant chair.
Like, we already made it.
Definitely.
Yeah, I didn't know I had a fear of heights until we were in Gatlinburg and we did that bridge. I don't know if you guys know, it's like the see-through bridge.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
Oh, and you have to. All right, well, first of all, you have to take one of those like lifts, those ski lift things up. I was having a
That's-
panic
yeah.
attack on the way up, and then they had me walk across this bridge that I could see
You see
through.
it.
I was like, "Oh my god, this is torture. This is not a vacation. This is horrible."
Yeah, no, I would.
Managed to make it through. What were you? What kept
Because
you?
my kids were walking in front of me and I didn't make sure they were okay. I'm like, oh my god. Yeah, it was awful. It was awful. All just to go to the other side to walk back. There was nothing on the other side. It was just dumb. So, okay. Yeah, that was dumb. All right. If you could change one thing about yourself, what would it be?
Oh man.
That's deep.
My whole personality.
Yo.
I'm
I
kidding.
agree. Like honestly, like if you were a completely different person, you might be a good person.
Oh my god!
Yeah.
No, I'm kidding.
It's a tough one.
Yeah.
Like one aspect about yourself,
Yeah.
like physically or like
Whatever.
emotionally.
Whatever that
I wish I
bothers you
didn't
about
play
yourself. You wish you didn't play drums.
Right with Emily.
I don't know.
I don't have it personally.
No?
Yeah.
You're happy with yourself? That's good.
Well, like even if I'm not happy with myself, like I'm fine with like working on like if there's something I'm not like happy with, like I wouldn't want to change it right away, you know, like I don't know.
Yeah.
I wish I was more appreciative. I think I
Okay.
don't like thank people enough or like
I think
You
you're
know.
appreciative.
or
Are
like,
you
you think so?
I
I don't know. Like just like I don't want to like have regret like I don't know like forgetting to tell your parents like you love them.
Right,
Stuff,
yeah.
Type of stuff like
Yeah.
that. I think
That's
I could do a better job on just like I don't know.
Yeah.
That kind of thing.
Yeah. If I had to say something, I guess like, wait, what was I gonna say?
Nothing. You're
I
perfect.
had something in mind, but no,
If you would have changed, it would have been to remember what you were going to say.
to remember things better. I have terrible memory, so maybe that is something I should work on. Like, I forget people's names, And birthdays.
Oh, birthdays, yes. That's
I have to put it on my calendar. I feel like a grandpa.
I have a calendar. I'll show you later. That has everything. Like it's
I
like
need
this
that.
thing that I had made because I'll never remember it.
Yeah.
I have to write everything down.
Me
Everything.
too.
So take some tips.
What?
Take some
Take
tips.
some
I'm right. Like, well, I'm gonna forget it probably. I
Oh, he's going like she told me, but I don't remember.
have to watch this back.
What about you, Chris?
About. I wish I would have.
it's gonna get deep.
Start crying.
Well, right now I'm currently like studying to be an EMT, or
Okay.
I want to go into like being a firefighter.
Okay.
Right, that's my plan. What I want to do now, and it's being in it now. It's studying it is great. I love it, and so hearing that question, I wish I would have done it sooner because it's something I wanted to do back when I was in high school. I'm 26, so I'm like, I'm not a little kid anymore. I am not big child. I'm big child. So when I graduated high school, like it's something I had wanted to do, but at the time I just like, nah, never mind. A lot of people around me, everyone in high school is saying, go to college, go to college, go to college, and I went. I went to college. I went to FIU. I graduated.
What did
Everything,
you go for?
communications.
Okay.
But it's like I didn't even know if I wanted to do that. I
Right.
wasn't sure what I was doing. So I did that. Finish. I working there now, and I'm kind of thinking like, what do I? This isn't it.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm in the same boat,
Yeah.
like, because
You got time though. You
Yeah.
got time.
not too much time, but
You
yeah.
got some time. Then
A
yeah.
few months.
Yeah. It's
You
know,
settle-
really knowing what you want to do with your life,
Yeah.
like growing up, basically.
It's hard. It's really hard.
Uh-huh.
And it's like the only thing that stopped me from doing what I really wanted to do was the fact that I hated school. I refused to go to college. And then when I talked myself into going to college, which I never did, I realized that what I wanted to do required me to know every bone in the body. And I was just like, I'm never going to do that.
Yeah.
So it's just, but I really wish I could go back and that I wish I had like the desire to learn more in that aspect.
Yeah.
I would have loved to have done it, but
Yeah.
I was my own worst enemy. Yeah. But at least you're only 26 and you're wanting to do, like, you know what you want to do now.
Yeah, I know what to do now. If I just wish I would have had a head start
Yeah.
earlier behind.
He wishes invited to the band earlier. That's
That's
his,
yeah.
his true dream.
Should have been in the band. No man.
That's so funny. Okay. So I know that you have a girlfriend. Do you have a girlfriend?
Correct.
Do you
Yeah.
guys have significant
I
others?
do. Yes.
Oh. Okay.
Lone wolf. Lone wolf.
All right. If you could sit down with one person in the past or present, who would it be?
That's a hard question. I've never
Anyone?
gotten asked that
Anyone,
question.
dead or
In the
alive.
world,
Oh man.
like sit with them, as in like talk.
And
with
just
them?
sit and talk with them for an hour.
Whoa.
The president.
That's a very I've never been asked that question.
Wow.
Honestly.
Anybody?
Yeah. Anybody?
Probably filter it down to like music wise.
Music
Maybe.
wise?
That's what I'm
Music.
thinking.
That's my great grandmother. No. I don't know.
Go ahead.
Do you even know who she is?
No. Wait. Let me think. No. Dead or alive?
Sorry.
I don't know. That's a hard question.
That's so
Yeah, that's
No?
difficult.
There's so many.
so hard.
So many. Oh.
Because I don't want to be basic and say like like Nirvana. Like,
Yeah, I don't want to pick
I want to be like, oh yeah, he's interesting. Like, yeah,
Mhm.
Wow.
what
You really
musician?
stooped us here.
Yeah.
I'll be basic and I'll say Dave Grohl because he.
Yeah.
Okay.
I see a bunch of interviews with him and like all around he seems like an amazing person like to talk
Definitely.
to.
I would love to sit and talk to him. Yeah.
I feel like he has like so much to talk about. Honestly.
Yeah, he's the nicest guy in rock and roll.
True.
basically.
Because I'm a drummer, so we can relate.
Yes.
Give me some tips because you need it.
Yeah.
Damn.
How are you guys?
Hmm.
I cannot think of anything.
Like for an hour, like this conversation.
Conversation. Well,
I would like to sit with Charles Manson and figure out like what's
Why?
inside his head. Like,
Why?
Yeah, you know?
like a glass barrier.
Yeah, oh, 100%. Bulletproof, everything. I would love to pick his brain, like
Yeah.
how it functioned and
So, yeah.
worked and what he
Psychoanalyze.
thinks. Yeah.
That guy was sicko.
Mental peace.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Um,
Thanks.
actually, I have one I have in mind. I have this like big fascination with the band Oasis,
Okay.
and I obviously like the lead guy Liam Gallagher. His whole life was basically set up for him because he got famous really young. So it's kind of like the Beatles. And like when you get famous really young, I feel like you don't know how to do things. So
Right.
once your fame dies out, you're like, okay, so how do I like Lisa home or
Right. So true. That is so true.
Yeah, and I wish I could have like I could talk to him and be like, how was like your life experience? Because there's actually a show they played called the worst show they've ever played, and it was at Wembley Stadium, which is probably not the best place to have a worst show because Wembley is you know Live Aid. So,
Yeah.
but he had like a mental breakdown on stage, and he was just like, because he got the day before his ex-wife moved out of the house and took all the furniture, so he was like rambling on stage, like really really drunk,
Oh, jeez.
saying a bunch
Oh,
of stuff
God.
like. She took all the furniture.
That showed up on like my
Not
YouTube
the
recommendation.
furniture.
Yeah, like,
Worst show in the stadium.
I think it'd be so interesting to like talk to this guy and be like, how do you deal with life, like being like by yourself, like not knowing what to do, just like seeing how that would how a musician handles that.
Right.
So that's what I would choose.
Interesting.
So Liam,
Did you say
Man.
anything yet?
No. I mean, you're next in line. So.
I'm next in line.
Next in line.
So I'll
No
just
pressure.
say my favorite band of all time, Coheed and Cambria. So I would want to sit down and talk with the lead, with the singer, guitarist, songwriter, Claudio Sanchez, just to like sit down, learn what his own songwriting process is, so at a one-to-one level, and just talk to him
like copy
about that. Huh?
just like copy him.
Just copy him. Just be. I'll just cut off his hair and like wear it because he's got like a crazy mane.
Oh, wow.
Like he was telling us before, he like you met up with him, right? Oh, he got like a VIP thing to
Yes.
meet them
like
backstage.
back in 2019. I got to meet him, but we were like so like rushed, like kind of
Right,
through
right.
the experience. Gotta take a picture, whatever.
Right.
I don't know, but I want to just like sit down one on one,
Right.
Yeah.
and like really talk to him.
Right.
Yeah.
I thought of something.
Go ahead.
I would say my favorite guitarist, who is Jay Mascis of Dinosaur Jr. Yeah, because I've seen so many interviews with the guy, and he's so funny because like on stage he's like this crazy like rhythm and lead guitarist, like shredding and soloing and everything. And in person he's like it's like really funny because he has like a really monotone like
He's like-
droning voice, and I don't know, like I look up to him a lot because like my first guitar and my main guitar is my Jazzmaster, and it was modeled by him. It's his signature
Oh,
guitar.
cool.
So like definitely, I'd love to talk to him.
It's like so funny watching his interviews because like he'll be sitting there with a straight face and they'll be like, "You're like an amazing guitarist." He's like, "Thank you."
Yeah, he's not wrong. No, but yeah, that guy, big inspiration for me. Definitely, love that guy. Jay Mascis, Dino Jr.
So, who do you feel knows you best and why?
Like in the band?
No, in your
In
life.
general.
Oh, in my life.
My mom,
No.
probably. I mean, like I don't even know myself that well. And she'll like, you know what I mean?
Yep, I know exactly what you mean.
Yeah, I second that. He's
Mom.
probably known me the longest out of everyone I know.
Yeah,
Yeah,
exactly. So,
Wow. Yeah, it's a good answer.
yeah, we have a keen idea who our kids are. So
Yeah.
whether you think you're getting away with something or not.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
For me, it would be between my twin sister, because just
Oh, true. Yeah.
yeah, being
Yeah.
You
alongside her
automatically
since,
know what each
Yeah.
other.
yeah,
Exactly.
since the womb.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
yeah, really, I have a really great connection with my sister. I really love her.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's how it is. But besides that, Matthew, for sure, Matthew.
Okay.
Just because like he was in my kindergarten class,
Right.
so like
That's awesome.
I've known him for the longest time. We really became
Biggest
friends.
mistake.
Oh yeah. But we really like connected. I'd say more like towards the end of elementary school, like
Mm-hmm.
4th grade, and then middle school. Like he just gradually just became my best friend.
Right.
And
That's
yeah.
awesome that you guys are still so close.
yeah, like
It's
music.
awesome.
Making music together.
Also like
That's-
films too. We
Oh,
do
we make
that.
films.
Do you do short films?
Yeah.
Did you guys see what I posted on Instagram? the people that do the ripple effect that are allowing the fan
yeah.
favorite, they're doing it for short film makers, short story film. Oh my! Here, hold on. Let me tell you. You got to go like their page. They're taking submissions right now
Oh, really?
for their favorite independent short film.
We should submit
They just started it.
a bet noir.
For your answer, you can't say anybody because you wrote the song called "You Don't Know Me, Nobody."
Yeah, nobody knows me. So.
No one gets me.
Gotta find- Oh, right here. It's called Off the Reel.
Oh,
So you can submit your short story, whatever. Just go like their page on Instagram.
Yeah.
Off the Reel Film Fest. So they're having a film festival. They're inviting people to submit, and it's I think going to be in they'll have you go out
Yeah.
to Lancaster, Pennsylvania. For it.
Oh.
Wow. Okay.
Are we that good?
Maybe we'll play a gig there too. Who knows?
Yeah, no, he's playing in a festival out there as well for music. So
Oh,
it's definitely a good organization to get involved in. Like, I mentioned that my daughter was in a band and they played. She's 19 now, but it was I think her youngest band member was 14 at the time. The first time they played Revolution Live, they played there 3 times.
Whoa.
So they would never had the opportunity if it wasn't for the ripple effect. So they offer a lot of opportunity
Awesome.
for the local bands,
That's awesome.
which is awesome. Yeah. So okay. So do you like going to the movies or do you prefer watching them at home?
I personally prefer going to movies.
Really?
I feel like when it comes to movies, it's like a social art. Like you're supposed to enjoy it with people, and I just think being at a theater and like hearing people laugh and hearing people clap and just enjoy a film together, like it makes it the experience for me.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like
sure.
if I had to watch like Batman at home, I'd probably like cry at the length. But being in the theater and like having people around you like be excited for it, it makes you feel excited. It's like going to a show. Like imagine listening to a show on YouTube. Like it's just not the same.
Yeah.
I get
Yeah,
that.
And sometimes it's all we got now, just because bands that split up or things like
Yeah.
that. It's all you
Yeah.
got is watching videos.
Yeah.
That's what's left.
But I think I also it's like a big part of COVID, like all the live streams, which were obviously like the closest thing we can get to like
Right. Thank God we're kind of sort of back to normal.
Yes. Yes. Well, did you see the pictures from? Oh my God! What the hell? At the beach. What the hell? Oh God! The music
Was it
festival.
Ultra? Ultra.
Not Ultra, but
Oh.
it
I
was
know
worse.
Ultra happened recently.
It was
Ultra.
even worse than Ultra. It was just this. It's going on today too. Hang on, let me see here.
Hmm.
Hold on 1 second.
Why did they invite us?
That Ultra.
We just make
Oh,
our music
like
like
Ultra.
EDM.
Yeah, it's an EDM remix of
Oh my
"You Don't
God,
Know Me."
drive me crazy. What is it?
We're actually like super into techno.
Oh yeah, it's a new. Those are the new singles. Are just EDM. Like we got Skrillex on it. We got Deadmau5.
Yeah, we're actually like switching up our sound, so we're gonna go more into like just like country.
We're gonna do We'll
Like
play
some
it.
techno actually.
We'll play at the chili cook-off or that one thing.
This is just ridiculous.
We'll get the chili cook-off. We'll start out in the front with like the country music,
Yeah, we'll get
and
more-
then pack up, run to the next thing, put out like the spin
The
masters,
turntable.
yeah. Play
I
that.
can't even remember the name of it. I've been talking about it all week.
But it's happening.
It's happening, and it's like the pictures of the amount of people that were there.
Uh-huh.
It was crazy. I was like, oh my God, like it was insane. And it's
You should see our
Yeah.
gigs.
see your gigs?
You should see it.
Yeah. That's crazy.
Back to the movie question.
Yes.
I would also agree with movies. Just seeing it on the big screen, it's just really
Yeah.
an experience, and also a big part of my childhood. Just going to the theater with my dad, and like we'd sneak to another movie afterwards.
Is it illegal?
Hey, don't
You just expose yourself.
don't quote me on that. Don't quote me on that. But
What theater? What movie?
The police are outside right now.
We actually we saw the Davy police following us. So.
oh no.
No, but yeah, I have to agree. Like, and you know, for me, like, I love superhero movies, and I love like, there's a bunch of superhero movies out right now. Like, one of them is Morbius.
I heard it was awful.
I actually like.
It's actually the greatest
It's actually the best
movie
movie.
of all
I heard
time.
it was awful, and I love Jared Leto.
No, it's great.
Oh really? No,
It's
actually,
funny. Yeah, it's the first film to get 200% on Rotten Tomatoes.
It's what?
First film to get 200%
200%
Rotten
Rotten-
Tomatoes.
No, I've like.
no, we're messing.
No,
with you. It's a terrible movie.
Oh, I was like,
No,
I
it's
it's horrible.
but if next anyone asks, it's the greatest movie of all time.
God.
Hashtag Morbius.
My ass.
Morbius,
Morbius
Sweep.
Sweep.
Yeah, because my little one, she's a huge superhero fan, so she's been talking about that. I'm like, I heard it was horrible.
No, I heard it was horrible too. I love superhero movies, like I actually do, but I heard it was terrible.
Yeah.
Who is your favorite superhero?
Like on the big screen or just in general?
In general.
I mean, I don't necessarily watch or like read comics, but on the big screen, I don't know. I really liked Black Panther, T'Challa, because he was like it was like a refreshing because I mean like before Black Panther it was just like I feel like it was just like macho superhero and like he's like it's such a unique take on a character.
Yeah.
And like the whole entire world they created there was like super unique.
Yeah. Rest in peace.
Yeah, rest in peace, Chadwick Boseman. But yeah, that was that's probably like one of at least Marvel.
Yeah.
You know? And I love the new Batman movie. That was amazing.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm totally not into any of that, but
you're
like
not?
I have to kind of act like I know what I'm talking about because my little
Yeah.
she's
right.
like the difference between DC and Marvel, and I'll mention something and she's like, "Mom, it's not even Marvel." Oh, okay.
What's her
So,
favorite?
Venom.
Ooh.
It's her husband. She's gonna marry him.
Oh yeah.
I mean, I would
Drew his
too.
pictures are all over the walls. And, yeah.
He's
That's
funny.
concerning, right?
Huh?
I said maybe that's concerning.
I know. I should be concerned with so much stuff.
Yeah.
This little girl
He's gonna
says,
become a villain.
"Yeah, for real, I'm not even kidding."
I'm a villain.
Goodness, it is worrisome. It is worrisome.
Yeah.
Just to marry this big black creature with the red tongue dangling out of his mouth. But yeah, she's like, he's just so cute. Look how cute he is. Don't you think he's so cute? I'm like, oh my god. So that's so funny. When COVID came and you were allowed to like rent the movies that were gonna be in the movie theater, but I enjoyed that. But
Yeah.
Oh, I
that's
see.
because I like to just sit on the couch
Yeah.
and relax and chill.
More comfortable.
Yeah, I'm about comfort.
Get a blanket.
I asked the question. What was it last week? I think it was like the Plastic Eyes here,
Yeah.
and I asked them one word that described their style, and they're all saying they were like, "How about you?" I'm like, "Comfort." That's what it is. That is my style. No heels, no jeans and t-shirt. That's it.
Yeah.
So, speaking of describing, what are 5 adjectives that best describe you?
Us as individuals or
Yeah,
the band?
individuals.
Oh my.
Handsome. Yeah.
Yes.
Oh, okay.
No, I don't know if they can see. All of you guys are so handsome.
Oh, thank you.
I don't know if it's showing, but.
Oh, yeah.
You're quite beautiful yourself.
Oh, thank you. That's so sweet.
Alright, you actually want to do this? Alright.
I
Go.
just did like,
Boring.
Yeah.
true. Yeah.
I
Yeah.
don't find that true.
I don't know. Five things to describe myself.
You just do like add like traits of yourself, like
Reserved.
So probably an introvert too.
Yeah. I mean, like I can be like an introvert, but if I know a person well, like I'm an extrovert.
Yeah.
I don't know a word to describe.
ambivert.
You're pretty out there when I. Like,
Out
you
there.
can socialize.
Well, just because you're introvert doesn't mean you can't socialize.
Yeah, it does.
I mean, socialize. You have like a tight knit like.
Yeah,
group.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
Because I would describe myself as pretty.
There's like different
extroverted.
degrees of it. You know.
Like this, we're like a small little group here. It's cool. I can talk
Right.
and stuff. If we're like at like a big kind of event, I'm like, yo,
Yeah.
I mean, a lot of people are like
You
that.
don't know.
You know?
you don't know me, nobody knows. Check it out on Spotify.
All right, let's do this. We each get one, and then Casey gets 2 to describe himself.
All right. That's a good
Yeah.
idea. We can
So
do it.
mine is reserved.
I would have to say. I'm blanking.
Artistic.
Blank.
Artistic?
Artistic?
Yeah, Matthew's very artistic. He goes to Dash.
It's an art
What's-
school.
Oh.
The design and
Yeah, it's like a prison. Remedial center.
How about I would say we say it about each other. So you are definitely artistic,
Artistic?
with the songwriting and
Yeah.
other stuff that you do.
I appreciate it.
Because you draw, paint,
Yeah, I
other
draw.
stuff as well. Really good
I like scribbles
as well.
on the wall.
Very creative person here.
Thank you.
Thank you.
You're so sweet.
Alright, guys. What am I?
Casey, good,
handsome.
Boom.
beautiful. Pretty.
Mm-hmm.
It's like really
It keeps going on, bro.
no like deep compliments, just like
No, just the
You're just
superficial.
attractive.
You know,
Superficial.
that's me in a nutshell. Yeah, I'm like a hollow shell underneath all of that.
There's nothing else, just that.
No,
I think like when I think of Casey, because like when I think of myself, I like to think of myself as a bridge, but I feel like Casey's like this is gonna sound weird, but like almost like the support beams. Because without Casey, especially in my life, I don't think I'd be able to hold myself up.
That was deep.
And I feel like with other
Yeah.
people too, like he's just like a big support to people.
That's nice.
As maybe he should be more to himself sometimes.
I could be like I like to do like self-deprecating humor a lot,
Mm-hmm.
but
So maybe selfless. That's like a good one.
Yeah.
yeah, just like I like to give like,
Right,
in general,
right.
just like give.
So that's
you
your
know,
love
like,
language is giving.
Yeah,
Oh,
I'd
yeah,
say
definitely
so. Well,
giving.
So he's selfless on top of being handsome and.
oh yeah, I'm like the perfect guy.
Perfect.
I got all the attributes.
Girlfriend's so lucky.
Shout out to Miriam.
She's like, I'm not watching this.
Yeah, no, I don't think she'll get this far. So we'll see.
Like, did you watch the podcast?
Come on.
I love what you guys talked about when you
know
know your songs.
All right. So, what's the most embarrassing thing you've ever done in front of someone you liked?
Oh.
Oh my gosh.
Like liked as in like I have a crush on you.
Yeah.
See, I can't say this because then she's gonna know.
Oh.
But I'll say it anyway.
Actually, oh, yeah, say
Is
it.
she gonna watch this?
Probably.
Okay.
Do you ever like look at somebody and like completely blank out?
Mhm.
You're having a conversation.
Oh.
So I was talking to this person, and like okay. Okay, now I'm blanking out again. Okay, I was talking to this
It's
person.
not me, is it?
Well,
Oh, yeah.
so basically, like,
Gosh, I'm taking sorry.
I read that wrong. I'm sorry.
I was giving you mixed signals. Sorry.
No, okay, so I was having a conversation with this person, and they were saying things, and I was not processing it. And I just look at them like, your eyes, and I walked away.
Are you kidding?
No, I'm not kidding. I'm not kidding. And then
Oh no.
that scarred me. I have trauma because of that.
I think I would too.
So yeah, that was pretty embarrassing.
It's okay, Matthew.
It's not okay. I've lost sleep over that.
Damn.
I feel like Casey's had like the most embarrassing story.
Okay, but I can't think of any right now.
Yeah, you
Casey,
told us
Casey
some of that
like
stuff.
I've had a lot of ups and downs in like relationships. Right now, I'm like more than happy. I'm so happy. But damn, thinking of like embarrassing things like in front of someone that I've liked.
How about like second grade talent show? That's on YouTube, by the way.
What happened at the second grade challenge show?
I was not aware of this.
Yeah.
I just the fact that it exists, like I just be concerned.
Oh no.
Future prospects.
Oh no. Yeah.
The fact that it exists.
Yeah. Don't go on
Oh,
YouTube, guys.
I know something embarrassing Casey did in front of his loved one.
I'm scared what you're gonna say, but
Okay, basically, we played a show, a house show, and then afterwards we wanted to go to McDonald's.
Oh
And-
my god.
Where is this going? I don't even.
Oh my god.
we went to McDonald's, and I parked my car, and then
Oh.
Casey comes. He's like driving, and then he parks in front of the parking spot in front of like the light pole, and he's like driving super fast. I'm like, yo, are you gonna slow down? And he like just like drives, and he goes over the curb and hits the pole
And we see like swinging.
with his girlfriend in the seat next to him.
Ex-girlfriend, but
Yeah,
I-
ex-girlfriend. And then
Oh, man.
and we like went outside, like the bumper was like falling off.
Oh my
and it was, like,
God.
a giant, like,
after that, she never trusted me like to drive us around.
Yeah, I wouldn't either.
yeah.
No, like
Can't even park a car.
I have a bad habit of parking way too close to whatever's in front of me. Like even lately, I parked in front of a fire hydrant.
Oh my god. Are you
And well,
serious?
yeah, no, there's a hole in the front of my bumper right now,
Oh,
and my parents just found out, and they're like, I got screamed at, but yeah, I could be a better parker, but no, she was in the passenger seat because they were in the spot, and I was trying to get my window up to theirs, but it was like angled weird, so like I don't know why, but like I just accelerated like way too much to my.
I just remember looking in horror as like the light post was like.
Oh yeah, no.
And then he didn't even get McDonald's.
Yeah, no, I was traumatized.
Oh my god.
But-
I lost the appetite.
Yeah, definitely. But yeah, that was
Yeah,
that was pretty.
That's a
nice.
good one.
That is a pretty good one.
My
I'll
sister's
do
horrible
that.
at parking too. If I'm on the phone with her, she's like, "All right, I have to call you back at the park." And I'm like, "What?"
You gotta
I'm all calculated. I know. I need to concentrate. I'm like, "Okay."
Gotta put 100% of our focus on that.
That's what So, how about you? Embarrassing moments.
Just
Maybe
being
birth?
present. Me being there is like the embarrassing.
When's your
moment.
birthday?
You are the embarrassing.
When's my birthday? January 7th.
Okay, so
Oh,
maybe
that was probably
yeah.
the most embarrassing day. Yeah,
January
January
7th.
Day of birth.
26 years ago, January 7th.
When you saw him, they're like, oh,
I was like, oh, awkward.
Oh my goodness.
God.
All right. So, who are your celebrity crushes?
Ooh.
I don't know. I'm not into that whole like celebrity crush thing.
No.
No, I'm
You don't find any.
no.
Come on, everybody.
Yeah, I think Jared Leto.
like Morbius.
Jared Leto has Morbius.
He's my diehard. Like, I'm telling you, back when I was probably 16
Yeah.
when I fell in love with him, and it's been this long life love. The reason that I met my husband in high school, and I thought he looked just like him. He just, Jordan Catalana from My So-Called Life. That was my husband. Looked just like him. Like, I have side-by-side picture of my husband and Jared
Oh my
Leto.
God.
Yes.
So funny.
Well, he's not the prettiest now.
No, he's not.
No.
Everybody.
Oh, God, I know what he's doing to himself.
When he's in Morbius mode, though.
I just wish he could cut his hair off already. He looks so much better with the short hair. So much better.
yeah.
He looks better when I was 16. That's the
Uh-huh.
problem.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, age dating, man.
Have you seen Leonardo DiCaprio? Like that guy kind of fell off.
So, like, I was just talking with my sisters the other day about Leo, and they were saying he has not aged well. And I was like, I think that there's others that have aged worse.
Yeah.
But,
It's
I mean,
okay.
at least he's not out doing to his face what a lot of these people are
Yeah,
doing.
exactly.
It's,
Oh, yeah.
it's not helping you. Just stop already.
Yeah.
Gained weight, grew a beard. But maybe that'll be us.
Maybe,
we'll be like dads
Yeah,
in
like-
the future.
Like,
Yeah.
maybe like a decade or so.
Yeah,
Be
probably.
a dad band or something.
Like, completely transformed.
No, celebrity crushes. I kind of that's a joke, but it kind of became
Andrew Garfield, right?
no, no. For some reason, I had this I think it's like middle school. It was like an obsession with Paris Hilton.
Oh, okay.
It was I don't know. I had like this. I told myself like I'm into blondes, so I'm like okay, Paris Hilton. I even bought her. No, I think my mom got me her like cologne, like brand cologne for like Christmas, and I was like shocked. I was like, oh my god. And yeah, no, it was kind of funny. Like nowadays, like it's like it's funny to me. But I'm gonna say
She's a
Paris
pretty
Hilton.
girl.
Yeah, no, definitely.
I'm scared of her, personally.
You're scared of her?
She's got some like hidden Hollywood plot. That's all I'm saying.
I mean,
It's always the blondes, you know.
Yeah.
No,
like you. Yeah. All right. Anyway.
I think the first person that came to mind was Zoe Deschanel.
Oh,
I'd say.
yes.
Oh.
She's so adorable. And she's just so adorable.
Zoe Kravitz.
She's adorable.
Okay, yeah.
after the whole Jaden Smith thing, I've been reconsidering.
Oh my god.
Not to like spark any debate.
I'm out of the loop. I don't know what.
Yeah, I don't know.
Oh, yeah.
Are you talking about controversy right now?
Yeah, there's like
Yeah.
a whole thing with her like
On Twitter, yeah.
Yeah.
when he was like
You know
underage.
about it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. We don't have to go into it.
Zoe
guys.
Kravitz is not my celebrity crush anymore.
Anymore.
Dropped.
Anymore.
Took her off my Twitter, bro.
Right.
I deleted my fan page of her.
You're what? I still got 5 more.
No, I made an Instagram fan page for Paris Hilton.
Are you
I
serious?
did it.
God.
I lost the account.
Good.
It was like I forgot what
That's
the
sad.
the name of the account was now, but it was super funny. Like I had like 3 followers.
3?
Yeah, I made like one post and then I don't
It's like
know.
your mom. Your parents are following the account.
Yeah, no. I was a weirdo, I think, in middle school.
That could have been your
I think
career.
I'm still a weirdo.
The singer of my daughter's band, there was this guy that made a Instagram account with just pictures of her.
Oh.
It was the craziest thing, and then they had a
God.
release party. He came to the release party at her house. It was like, oh my god.
Stalker
What the
alert.
hell's this guy here? Guys?
It reminds me of like those Twitter threads where it's like fan pages. They'll be like, "Just got out of prison. I'm gonna start posting again." Like, what happened to you? It's like a Hannah Montana fan page. Yeah, I just got out of like rehab. I'm like,
I'm back.
Yeah.
All right. So, who in your life has had the greatest impact?
No one. No.
I don't know.
Impact.
Like in general, like
I really look up to my father.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's like the nicest guy.
Yeah.
And I've always been really close with him.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he's like a social butterfly. Really, like he'll go up to anybody, and you know he's like I'm a bowler because of him. Like I bowl. So,
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah, no, yeah. So like he got me on that, and now that's a big part of my life. Like sport,
Right.
only sport I'm good at. So it's kind of fun. I get memed for it, but
That's
worth-
cool.
yeah, bowling. Yeah, dad impact. So.
Probably my mom. She's the one who put my brother and I through life, basically.
Right.
Yeah, kind of took care of us and everything. So definitely her.
Right. Okay.
I guess I would say my brother.
Aw. This one right here?
Yeah, this guy.
Okay.
no, the other imaginary one.
Yeah, not him. Like definitely. I don't think I'd be who I am. I feel like being the younger sibling, like a lot of times you look for guidance because, like,
Yeah.
in a sense, it's almost like not that my parents did a bad job, but like, you know, like having an older brother, you kind of look up to him more sincerely, like, in a way, because like you're closer.
Yeah.
So I guess that I feel like I've kind of followed in his footsteps a lot, but a big part was also like urging me to be independent with what I do. So
Supportive.
I appreciate that.
Yeah. Aw.
Thank you.
Yeah, I'm the youngest of 5 girls, so I get what you're saying. Like, being the youngest
Yeah.
and looking at your sisters or your brother, you know, it's,
Yeah.
I feel the same way. Like, my sisters are my best friends. So
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
luckily we're in a band, so
yeah, that's so awesome that you guys are.
Yep.
that's what's gonna split us, by the way.
Just don't go to Oasis.
Yeah, the
Don't go-
Oasis split because they're siblings.
Oh, like Gallagher brothers.
Don't let that happen.
have a falling out.
Yeah. Like it was biggest influence, right? Or what was
Impact.
Biggest
See, now you have to say me, or I'm gonna feel bad.
No, I would say like my parents, because it was just kind of like, I don't like, it's a generic answer, but also like, I mean, who would not answer that? Because I feel like my parents, they really let us do like what we wanted to do. Like basically us playing music would not be without them, because they're the ones that I mean, I was never like into music before, and they're the ones that made us join an orchestra, which really like started like us getting into music and everything. And I feel like music has always been like, it's always been like my life, pretty much. Like ever since middle school, like I've done nothing but music, and they really helped me with that. They're the ones that got me my first cello, my first drum set, and like they're the ones that turned the garage into a practice room. And without
True.
them, like I probably would have like quit music.
Right.
And like music is just really important to me, because it's like an outlet, I guess.
Yeah. Are your parents, do they play music?
No.
They just,
No, like,
It's weird.
yeah,
neither.
it's weird. Like you'd expect like them to at least play some instrument. I mean, my mom played piano like a little bit. Like she played like the basic
Yeah.
songs.
Well, I think they probably, like, I don't play any instruments. I think I've said that. My daughter, you know, I saw, like, such a talent that it was like I encouraged it, like, probably over-encouraged and drove her crazy. But they probably saw the same in you guys, so they were like,
Oh,
you
yeah.
know what?
Yeah.
let's-
I mean, for me, for example, like I sucked at violin. I was last chair.
I don't think he knew how to read sheet music until the last year.
Yeah, no, I really didn't. I was playing by ear, you know, like
Which is impressive in itself. If you think about it. But you did
Yeah.
yeah. And I never practiced. I really never. I never really tried to be good. But then like it's so different from actually being in a rock band. So you know,
Yeah.
Yeah, like he picked up a guitar, and it was like his awakening. Like
my brain turned on.
Yeah.
it turned on.
Obviously, the violin was not the instrument for you.
Which is an interesting thing. Like a lot of people try an instrument out, and like, oh, music's not for me. But there's like so many instruments out there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
A lot.
And I think like a big part of being an artist is like exploring, and, like,
Yeah.
testing out different things. because if you don't grow musically, like it's just like anything. Like you're just gonna be stagnant. You're not gonna enjoy it.
Yeah. No, it's true. Like I said, my daughter's a drummer. She played in a band for years.
Yeah.
And now that she's doing this solo thing and playing the guitar and stuff, I'd never seen her happier.
Yeah.
So it's like I asked her, what do you prefer, the drums or the guitar? She's like, probably guitar. And I'm like, because I'm like amazed because she's so good at the drums. Like
Right.
you would think,
Yeah.
but yeah, no, I think so. It's
That's good.
interesting, yeah.
There's so many like big name musicians that don't start off like what they're doing,
Yeah.
Yeah.
and then they do what they're doing, and then it's like, whoa,
Like
like,
Dave
yeah.
Grohl.
Dave Grohl, yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So
there you go,
Yeah,
from
exactly.
rock and roll drummer behind the scenes to like front man
Yeah.
of
Yeah.
Foo Fighters, and it's
Which
so
is
sad what happened
terrifying.
to Foo Fighters with their drummer.
Yeah.
I'm praying for that guy.
Well,
I'm praying for
I
everyone.
can't say that. I think that's. I think after, all right, first it was Kurt Cobain. How long it took him to get back into it,
Yeah.
and then now Taylor is like.
Decades
I'm
long friendship.
pretty
there.
sure
That's
that
a-
he's probably just gonna. That's it.
I
Hide
don't know.
away.
Not sure
I would hide away.
Yeah.
Me too.
Like-
I would too.
What would you
That.
Yeah.
Awful.
All right. So, do you guys have any hobbies or interests outside of like band and music?
I think music is pretty much like
Yeah.
only
Yeah.
hobby.
I'm like extremely into yoga.
Oh, are you?
No,
You are like such a good poker face. Let me tell you.
Matthew's really sarcastic, but it's sometimes it's
That
like
dry sense of humor.
yeah, I've convinced people that I'm a completely different person, which I can't tell if that's a bad thing, but I do as a joke.
Mhm.
And some people like believe me. So I have like 3 identities right now, and I'm trying to battle with that.
it's so nice.
Trying to battle.
It's like multiple personalities, you know.
I don't
Someone
know.
has
I don't know about you guys, but like I'm like, I guess pretty artistic.
that he's very.
Right.
You
He has,
see
like,
his art.
he has multiple hobbies.
I do a lot of stuff. I think that's a result also of my brother, because I think like a big part of being younger than too is like you want to kind of stand out.
Yeah.
And so since he was doing music, I'm like, I'm not gonna do music. I'm gonna do art.
Right.
And since that was the only thing I had to differentiate myself, I kind of like hyper focused on it. And so now I'm like an artist, I guess.
Mhm.
So I make paintings. I write poems.
Nice.
I love to like write and stuff. That's like a really big thing for me recently. I love space. I think space is incredible. So I know a lot of science facts. Like,
Give us a science
you want a
fact.
science
Yeah,
fact?
Yeah.
that's probably one of the things that was the least interesting to me in life.
Space?
So it's interesting that it's so interesting to you. Like,
Yeah.
But yeah.
Okay, I see a space fact. Well, did you know that the rings of Saturn are going to disappear eventually?
No.
Really?
And that's because Saturn has such a powerful gravity. So basically, those like minerals that are floating around are slowly being pulled in, and eventually there will be no rings, and Saturn will be a pathetic ball.
So what do the rings do?
Nothing.
Oh, they're just there.
They're just like little satellite, like rocks and stuff. So you actually cannot like skate on Saturn.
It's not like solid, yeah.
Mhm.
I've heard about that.
And-
Or it's like gaseous planets and stuff like that.
Yes.
Interesting.
I'm not into like astrology at all. But he's always like reposting like NASA
I'm like, yeah, guys, look.
posts.
Please
Oh,
look
that's
at
neat
this.
though that you find that interesting.
Yeah.
And also like I think the spacey theme even like comes
Crosses
into our
over.
music. Don't like really.
Well, I mean, you have a song after a planet, right?
Yeah, Neptune.
Yeah.
Neptune.
And actually, one of my favorite questions to ask is like, what's like people's favorite planet? So I want to ask like, what's your favorite planet?
I honestly couldn't name a freaking planet for you. Earth, I guess, right? Is Earth a planet?
Earth is pretty neat.
Maybe like the moon. I don't know.
Is the moon a planet?
It's a moon.
Is it? No. I don't have a clue. Pluto's.
I don't know about that one.
Rest
Oh, no, it's not a planet.
It's not anymore.
Not anymore.
Oh, it's not.
Yeah,
They got the bug.
They got the yeah.
So how would they teach that in school? Like
They just don't.
They
do
took it
that,
back.
They just say
No,
no.
I remember saying in pre-K and Pluto was still
It was
called
still a
a
planet.
And
It'll
then
always be a planet to me.
I mean, it's a planet. It's a dwarf planet. It's just
No,
not.
it's not big enough,
It's
right?
a rock.
Is it now a rock?
Yes.
They demoted it even more.
I'm pretty sure.
Wow.
Right?
So
that's crazy.
It
I
wants
feel
to be,
bad for Pluto at this
Yeah.
point.
yeah, they want to be nice and be like it's a dwarf planet, but it's a rock. No offense.
It's a large rock.
See, no, I
Not
find
even
it interesting when people find stuff like that interesting because I have no desire to know. But then to tell me stuff like that, I find it interesting. Just the basic facts, I guess.
Yeah.
I guess if you weren't testing me on it, then I'll find it interesting. But if I have the pressure of, oh God, you're forcing me to learn.
Yeah, I get it. It gets really tedious. That's
Yeah.
So.
You guys have any hobbies?
Yeah, I mean, music is the main thing that revolves around my life. Just listening, playing it, writing, performing it. But aside from that, I already mentioned it earlier, bowling.
Oh, yeah,
I've been doing that since I was 10 years old, and I've like become good for like no reason. Actually, my dad. I'll give credit to my dad.
Right.
But yeah, I'm in a league. I do tournaments, stuff like that.
What's your team name?
Team name? It's like Team 11.
Oh,
Well, I also bowled for my high school team for all 4 years.
Oh, they
I was
still have
like,
bowling in high school.
Yeah.
Okay, they had that back when I was in high school. Yeah.
Yeah, I was like first team, all
So
county.
you get to leave school early and go practice at bowling?
Well, sometimes. Well, the season's over now, but you know, it was fun while it lasted.
My mom was on a bowling league, and they called themselves the Alligators.
Ah, that's cool.
Alligators.
Oh.
Yeah, they get creative. Like the leagues, they make their funny like bowling pun things. It's cute. Yeah, but that's it. Bowling. Yeah.
It's playing music, listening to music, and probably maybe reading. I haven't have. I've just been reading my EMT textbook lately, but before that,
What did you like to read?
Anything,
Lord of the
nonfiction,
Rings,
fiction. Lord of the Rings, I have not actually read Lord of the
That's
Rings,
a good
but I
read.
have it in my library.
Right.
I intend to
My
read
daughter's a
that.
big reader too. I don't know where she got it from because I'm not.
Uh-huh.
I just sound like a great person. I have no interest in anything. Yeah, no, but it's funny that yeah. It's like whenever they say fiction or nonfiction, I have to ask her. So is that which one's the real?
Yeah.
It's so bad. You would think she's the mother and I'm the child. So okay, so all right. So what is the one item that you possess that you would run into a burning building to get,
An item. So a non-living thing.
or anything like?
Oh.
I guess so. We'll throw it
you
in
can
like
save
if
your
you want to
cat.
save your dog or cat.
I have 5 cats, so I wouldn't be able to save them
Just
all.
pick one.
Oh, you
Yeah.
have to pick
And a rabbit.
And a rabbit.
Oh.
So I'd have to pick my favorite one, which is Diego.
Okay, just a rabbit.
Um,
Get like a cat.
a dog. I need more pets. There's never enough, right?
More.
Okay. No, it's hard enough. I had to wake up this morning and to come here. My mom's like, "All right, change and clean all the cat boxes. Do this, do that," and I'm like, sweep the cat litter off the floor in the garage. It's a big
Yeah,
commitment.
my kid wants a cat, and I'm like,
Yeah, and they shed, and they.
I mean, I have a dog, obviously.
Yeah.
But
I mean, I still love them, but
I hope so.
I do have one question,
Oh.
and I apologize in advance. But
About
if I
me?
were to run to the restroom,
yes, you're going to go straight down the stairs, straight ahead of you, to the left.
got it.
Okay.
good luck.
I'll be back with my response.
Okay.
Think about it.
Don't hit your head.
I already forgot the question, I'll be honest. Oh, the burning building.
Yeah, like what would you run in to grab? Like that.
I don't have anything like of personal like value to me really. I have. Well, I mean, obviously I do, but I'm not like
Your drumsticks.
I can't even run out with my drum.
They're gonna burn.
With my drums. The thing about my drums is that like I don't have like I probably should, but I don't have cases for like
Oh, you're not-
the
okay.
equipment, and it's just because I never had put like the investment for it because like you have to buy a case for like everything,
Mm-hmm.
So like I kind of just like carry everything for in my gigs. I have like a duffel bag that I put all like my metal stuff in, like my
Yeah, the
stands.
stands. Our stand bag is like this big. How do you get it in a duffel bag?
Oh, it's not like a normal. It's kind of big.
Oh,
It's
okay.
bigger than a regular duffel
Okay.
bag. But like the one problem is like the hi hat stand because it like pokes out.
Yeah.
So there's like holes in it because it rubs against it.
Yeah.
I don't know. Like my phone. I'll take my phone.
Or he's addicted.
Which is kind of sad, but
Okay.
yeah.
It's your outlet to the world.
Yeah, exactly.
What would you do without it?
Spend $1,000 for a new one.
Yeah,
I'd be fine.
And their iPhone.
Just moving to the
Go to
woods.
Android like me, Samsung.
No.
No, thanks.
Oh, see, I'm an Android girl.
Yeah, let's go.
Okay.
I wouldn't know what to do with an iPhone. I
Really?
really wouldn't.
Yeah.
I had one for like 3 days, and
You
I was
didn't
like,
get
I
into
cannot
it.
do this at all.
I don't blame you.
We get too much hate. That's Android.
Not enough, really. Let's see. What would I take?
You guys can take your guitars if you want.
No. Probably my baby blanket.
Okay.
Really?
Yeah,
There's like sentimental value towards it.
I guess. I mean, I don't remember like ever having it as a kid, but they say it's my baby blanket. So maybe I've been brainwashed,
Yeah.
but I just trust my parents. But I don't know, like when I don't sleep with it, I get like a little bit like anxious. I don't sleep right,
Really?
and it's like kind of like there's these stories of like they take away monkeys. Well, they would take away monkeys from their moms and then put them with blankets, and then the blanket kind of becomes like the figure that gives them comfort, like a mom would. Because we have like absence of love. Not that I have absence of love. Like my blanket is like my savior. But
it's true. That's true though, because like when our dog was a puppy, we had to like go away.
Yeah.
Watch your head. We would have to like leave like a shirt with our smell with
To be-
our dog so that it wasn't so sad.
Uh-huh.
yeah, so
Yeah.
I feel like that's usually one thing I would take on a trip is like my blanket
Right.
and possibly like extra clothes. But yeah,
Is it on me now?
You thought
It's on
about
you
it.
now.
Perfect. So I got.
right?
This is a guitar pick my girlfriend gave me on our first year anniversary. It
Aw,
says, I pick you forever.
Is it metal?
The
good.
So sweet.
And that's what you would run inside and grab.
Yeah, everything else is replaceable.
Right. Oh,
That's
that's
so
so
bad.
sweet.
That is
Is it
I
metal?
hope she watches this so she
Oh.
can see.
I'll make sure she watches this.
At least I'll let you can watch it and let her know what time, like in the.
skip this part.
Totally at this time right here, just something might happen there. I don't know. But yeah.
I didn't even know that
I
existed.
remember
It's so sweet.
it slipped out of my pocket once at work, or out of my wallet, and onto like the floor, and I didn't feel. I'm like, oh my god, no.
You cried.
Yeah, cried inside, but
Yeah,
I
you start
found it.
bawling.
Because that's a thoughtful gift.
Yeah.
That is such a thoughtful.
And it makes
gift.
sense
really is.
too.
Yeah.
Right.
Because he plays bass.
No, but that is really sweet. I like your girlfriend.
It's beautiful.
All right. So, what famous personality or celebrity do you admire and why?
Ooh.
Admire.
David Goggins.
Who is that?
He is the Just kidding. That's the first person. That's the
Yeah,
craziest.
he knew
the
your
craziest
NASA
person I
question.
ever knew. He
You know
he was a Navy SEAL.
Okay.
That I know of. I don't know him. He was like a Navy SEAL, and his whole thing is like he has like the craziest willpower of any person I've ever seen. Because he, like at 22 years old, he was really kind of out of shape, overweight person.
Mm-hmm.
He sees a thing for the Navy SEALs. Literally, for the next like 2 months, all he did was like exercise, train, everything. He went through that, and it just has this like his mentals is just like insane.
Yeah.
I would only wish to be able to like have that sort of like willpower
Right.
that.
Wow.
that I
And he does like he was like in the SEALs. His whole like life story. He has a book. You Can't Hurt Me. David Goggins. Check it out.
plug.
Plug in for David. And his story is, I think, incredible. Him as a person, he does like these extra like crazy marathons too. Was another thing he would do, which he's like known for.
Right.
But
Okay.
yeah, that guy.
See, I wouldn't have ever heard of them if it wasn't for you.
Do you guys have anything or?
I guess like who I personally relate to a lot too, and who I look up to he's a musician. His name's Daniel Johns. He's a singer of Silverchair. Well, ex-singer. Now he has his own stuff going on. His life is like extremely messed up because he got famous at 15
Okay.
for a single and an album, and obviously like being thrusted into stardom at so young. I mean, look at Justin Bieber. Like he's not okay, right?
No, he's not.
So you can only imagine like being in a rock band, and also like at the time that he was getting big, Kurt Cobain had like shot himself, and he was a blonde kid who plays in a rock band. So you can imagine Nirvana in pajamas, like all the comparisons, and how traumatizing that could be for a kid to be compared to a dead guy who just died.
Yeah.
It's just a lot of pressure to live
Right.
up to. And he talks about it. He actually has a podcast too,
Okay.
where he talks about his experiences. And he's like music had made him like severely depressed. He had anorexia because of his image, and he's still here. Like he's still alive today, and he still is like a functioning person. And I think that's like really inspiring to like
Right.
be able to, first off have a successful music career, but be battling all this stuff.
Yeah.
And then to come back and still be making music, like,
Right.
like it just shows first off the power of music, but also like testament to like him as a person too.
Right.
So that's probably someone I look up to.
I don't have anyone that I
No?
look up to.
Okay.
I'll be honest.
I'm gonna say one. It's not a musician. It was from because I had to read this book last year for my English class. It was called The Last Lecture by Randy Posh, and he was a college professor at Carnegie Mellon University, and he's dying of cancer. So he wrote a book of like basically like how to live your life basically, and
Right.
just seeing the perspective from someone that's dying and how they could just be so positive.
Right.
And like it kind of changed my outlook on life because like you take a lot of things for granted like every day. So
Yeah.
it just kind of it made me cry just like reading it.
Yeah.
But
Did he die?
yeah, he did die like 2000 early 2000s ish. But yeah, I think that reading that because I never like really read a book that kind of like had like an emotional like
Valley.
yeah to me. That,
Yeah.
But that really hit me and
The Hungry Caterpillar never hit you.
not Hungry Caterpillar. But yeah, ever since then I've loved reading like autobiographies
Right.
of just like
Yeah.
reading up on people's lives. Even musicians, it's fun seeing you
The
know
Wikipedia
their
pages.
journey. So
Yeah. I love watching the autobiographies because I hate reading. So if it's on video, I'll watch it. But
Yeah.
yeah, no, but it's funny, like, because earlier you said that, like, you're afraid, like, you don't tell your parents that you love them enough and stuff. So that kind of, like, with you saying that, like, having regret, not telling them, like, if you don't want a day to go by, like, you know what I mean? I forget exactly how you said it.
Yeah.
But, like, when you said this, kind of reminded me, because my father, he passed away, it'll be 2 years in July.
I'm sorry.
And yeah, it was awful. He had cancer, but like we were there every day, and it was sucked because COVID. He got put back in the hospital, and he was there for like 3 weeks. Only person that could see him was my mom, and it was like he was 78 years old. So the hospital like over medicated him. Like it was like finally the doctor said he needs to go home, but they kept telling us he was going to be fine. So it was like the last week there was 5 nights. It was like enough nights for each one of his daughters to stay at the house with him. And obviously we were there every day. So like talking about the regret, because like that last day, he died on a Friday morning. And then that last day, I was at the house all day long. And then I had to leave at 4. And then my mom called us because she just was so overwhelmed with everything. She couldn't do it. So then we went, she called us and she's like, please, somebody come back. I can't. So I went back at 6:30, and then we finally got him calmed down. But I kind of like rushed off, which kind of sucks, which leads me to the whole regret thing. Because even though I was there every day, I was there all day the day before, I had no idea that the next morning I was going to get the call, like, hurry up and get here. You know, so I was like, God, I wish I wouldn't have rushed off last night. It was just another freaking hour or two, you know, so I get what you're saying. So, yeah.
That's tough.
Yeah. But, you know.
Yeah.
You can't live with regret like that, you know, because he knew we loved him. He knew, like, we were there all the time. So it's, you know,
it's not,
we were all daddy's girls. He knew if he just wanted something at Home Depot, he'd be like, oh, I saw something at Home Depot, and he'd have 5 of them. So we'd see who could get it faster.
So many things are just out of control in your life,
It
but
is,
like,
yeah.
like, just kind of like reacting to it in the best way, and not letting certain things just like gnaw at you, you know. 'Cause there's some, yeah.
But it's funny, like, how things happen for a reason, because my one sister, Linda, the one just above me, she was the one that was literally, like, I said, God knows what he's doing when he gives you your kids, because he had multiple myeloma and colon cancer, so he had to have a bag for my sister was there changing that thing, and I said, Dad, there's no way in hell I would do that. I love you, but you'd be overflowing. Like, I would not ever. But my sister, Linda, was there, like all the time. But she would lose it really quick, like, because she's so emotional, and she was just like so obsessed with making sure that he was okay. So when he did pass, she was the only one that really wasn't there. But it's funny, she wouldn't have been able to handle it. She definitely wouldn't have been able to handle it. So it's funny how it was the only time she really left, and that was when it happened. But it was funny because it had to happen that way. So because she probably would have been like in a mental institution.
You always think like if some things like everything happens for a reason kind of thing, or like, or if everything just by chance, and you know it's like fate. You know, it's a concept.
Yeah. All right, so we're gonna move on to rapid fire now.
Oh, boy.
Okay.
Uh-oh.
All
We're
right.
gonna do like a line and then.
Yes, I'll just like go around so that unless you just want to blurt the answers out,
All right.
but
We'll see
whatever.
what happens.
We'll see.
Okay. All right.
Chaos.
What was or is your favorite subject in school?
Math.
Not math.
Science.
Science.
Yeah.
Yeah, there you go.
History.
Okay.
I'm gonna go with history as well.
Okay.
History buffs.
I mean, I'm an
Yeah.
engineer, so like I kind of.
Oh, are you?
Yeah.
Not officially.
Yeah, not official.
That's what you're
Yeah.
saying.
Training.
Okay.
Training.
Nice. All right. What word do you hate hearing?
Moist.
Oh my God! Me too. When I was typing this up, I was like, they asked me, I'm like, moist.
I was already having a conversation about this with someone, and moist was one of them.
Yep. I think everybody hates that word.
Yeah,
Um,
it just sounds.
I hate the word clingy.
Clingy.
That is a kind of like an annoying word.
Moist. Yeah.
Moist, yeah.
Moist.
Moist.
Wow.
Okay.
That's a sheep.
What do you collect?
Collect.
Yeah.
Pokemon cards.
Nothing?
Nothing.
I have this like excessive habit of collecting like can tabs, like the little.
The little on the
Yeah.
Okay.
And I couldn't tell you exactly why I do it. I feel like I do it as like a coping thing at this point.
Mm.
But I just have like a bag full of them. So.
He makes
They can
necklaces
make
out of
money
them.
off them, right?
Yeah.
You, like turn them in somewhere.
Can you do that?
Yeah, I think so.
It's like those box tops things in the elementary
Yes.
store, like
Yeah.
for the fundraisers.
Well, guess
In the
if
cereal boxes, like, all right,
Mhm.
get the box tops together, guys.
Yeah.
That'll be our studio
good.
cash.
Nothing.
I don't really collect anything now.
Yeah, I'm not like a hoarder. I don't like.
Oh.
Well, I used to collect
None-
Pokemon cards. That's true.
You know, that's the most favorite answer for this.
Yeah, is it?
Yes.
Is it?
Yes.
I still have them all, but they just sit there. My dad wanted me to sell them on eBay years ago,
Yeah.
and I even like calculated how much I would get from each card, like all the expensive EX rare cards and stuff like that, and I never did it. So I just have them as like
Yeah.
just for no reason.
You know, I watch that show, Storage Wars, and this one guy, he got a bunch of Pokemon cards, and he made a ton of money off of
Yeah.
them when he brought them to sell.
They're worth it now.
And especially like the older ones. Too.
There was like a boom like in the past like year or two on like Pokemon cards. Like people just started selling them.
It's
I don't
crazy.
know.
Yeah.
And there was like a Charizard one that's really expensive.
Yes.
I had that one at one point in the past.
That could
I,
be studio money.
I could have been. I know.
Come on.
Dang. I should have thought of the future.
Yeah, for real. You should have known.
I should have known ahead of time. Silly me.
Okay, so what is your lazy go-to dinner?
Ooh.
Lazy go-to dinner. Skip me for a second. I have to think about it.
Hot Pockets when they're available, but chicken nuggets, like the ones you just heat up, the dinosaur ones.
Pizza.
Oh, my daughter loves the dinosaur ones.
Yeah,
too.
it has to be dinosaur ones.
Pizza.
Pizza.
It's the go-to.
Pizza, okay.
Yeah.
I like toast some bread.
Yeah.
Some butter on it. Maybe like splashing some Cheez-Its. You know, just
Cheese it?
Wait, like
Cheez-Its?
on the.
Cheez-Its.
Like the little square?
Yeah, like the little chips. Yeah.
I don't know.
On it?
No. It's like on the side.
On the side. Oh!
That's always like on top of my fridge. I was like, all right, that's
I would just say ham and cheese. It's super easy. Yeah.
Okay. All right. If you could afford any car, which one would you drive?
Oh my god, I love cars.
Do you?
If I could afford, I would. The one that I'm interested in right now is the Datsun 240Z.
Okay.
That's a really nice car.
Uh-huh.
But like they're from the 70s, so they're like getting more expensive.
Yeah.
If I was like loaded on cash, maybe like a really old, trashy Toyota from like the 80s. The ones that like barely.
Why
function.
would you have to be
Discuss.
loaded on cash to get it?
So you know, I can repair it once it breaks down every month,
Uh-huh.
and that's
Okay.
probably gonna cost me.
Yeah.
But yeah, probably like that.
just for the sake of it.
Unassuming, the paint's like peeling.
I mean, Toyotas did run for a while, so...
Yeah.
uh-huh.
Mm.
Honestly, just give me like a Toyota Corolla. I don't care much about cars.
That's why I was like,
I'm also not a car guy myself.
Yeah.
Like I have friends that like they'll customize their cars and they'll talk about it, and I'll just be so lost.
Yeah.
you should get like a big child decal.
Yeah.
But really, like, I'm obsessed with the color green. So if it's a green car, just sign me up. I like a dark green, but I also like Ford Mustangs.
Okay.
But those are like out of my. I have a job, but I'm not gonna.
No,
get
but
it.
this
Well,
is
this
if
is-
you were
yeah.
rich, if you had all
Oh yeah, okay. Ideally, a dark green Ford Mustang.
Okay.
There we go.
Actually,
I'm manifesting
I get
it.
like a Porsche.
Porsche. Okay.
Yeah, those are expensive.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. What movie do you quote the most?
Oh,
Morbius.
What did you say?
Morbius. I just love Morbius.
It's Morbid time.
I'm terrible at movie quotes. I do not remember anything, so I don't usually do that. But I know people that like can remember like so many quotes from movies.
Really?
I can't.
That's my husband.
Maybe Forrest Gump's like the most.
Oh, yeah.
That I can like off the top of my head.
Yeah.
I'd say.
That was a good one.
That's a good
So,
movie to quote.
Yeah.
I kind of like quote this like literally, but also like referencing it a lot as Interstellar. Because I mean, I love space, so that movie's like probably the best space movie I've seen.
Indeed.
And there's this one line that what's her name? I forgot the actress's name, and she's like really famous. I just suck at names.
So do
Oh,
I.
Anne Hathaway. Anne Hathaway.
Oh,
Oh,
okay,
yeah.
yeah.
She says something about how love is like the one thing humans cannot like scientifically understand, so maybe we should trust it. Like it's something bigger than us, so maybe we should trust that. I just think that's a really cool line about
It is.
love. So yeah,
Okay.
I
You
never
already said
quote,
Forrest Gump.
I never quote movies.
No? Okay.
I love to reference songs, like song lyrics.
Okay.
I'll do that with my girlfriend all the time, like, or especially like song titles. Just for fun, I'll put in a conversation.
yeah, like
But-
mayonnaise.
Smashing Pumpkins?
Yeah, all the time, mayonnaise. No, no,
That's a great song.
It is a great
Oh.
song.
one of the best.
You know, he wrote that like when he was writing it. He didn't intend for it to be like anything in particular, just random bunch of lyrics smashed together. It turns out to be like one of their biggest songs. Well, I think it's super
Yeah.
cool.
Yeah,
Yeah.
how that
Super
comes
cool.
together.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
No, I'm not a movie referencer.
Okay. So finish the phrase. The weight of my heart is.
Food.
Okay. Mine too.
Silver chair.
The way my heart is love. I don't.
Okay. Wow.
know.
A Toyota Corolla.
Toyota
Yeah,
Corolla. Corolla. You give me a Toyota Corolla, you're mine forever. Yours forever.
I'm gonna say the color green. Yeah, if it's
You're
green,
my husband. Everything my husband owns is green or is Tottenham Hotspur's soccer jerseys.
really.
We actually caught Casey like chewing on grass the other day
Like a cow.
outside. We had to like pull him back.
Yeah. It's like the masculine urge.
The masculine urge to eat grass.
That's funny. All right. What is your biggest pet peeve?
Like making noises when you chew.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
Okay.
I hate that.
Grass. Okay, done that.
I don't want to say something that's not pretentious.
It's just a pet peeve.
Yeah.
It's- it'll
Okay.
bother me.
What really bothers me is when people listen to only one type of music. Because, I don't know, nothing like annoys me more than people are like I love only, like, I don't know, like Shawn Mendes, or like I only listen to Radiohead. Like, I don't know, there's so much more to music than
Yeah,
just one
I agree.
person.
I totally agree.
And I feel like music's a big part of who you are, because like what you listen to will affect how you feel about things and how you like look at things. Like reading lyrics can like change your perspective. So if you're just listening to like Shawn Mendes talk about how he loves like Camila Cabello for like the period of time, you're probably gonna love her too. And that's so,
For me, I would say like any people that aren't punctual.
Oh my
That
God.
punctual.
That's
drives
my
me
biggest
up
pet
the
peeves.
wall.
You're gonna
Yes.
hate me. Yeah, no.
yeah.
I'm a late kind of guy.
he's like shut up late to all our practices.
I
There's
haven't,
always that one person.
I haven't,
man.
I haven't been kicked out yet.
You know, it's usually the bass player, but he comes early.
Yeah.
This guy
Yeah.
does come
Because he's
early.
punctual.
Yeah. So
Yep.
If you're early, you're on time. If you're on time, you're late.
Exactly.
Don't even talk, and then don't even talk about being late.
Yep.
Yeah. Alright. That's a tough question. I guess
Casey just is the pet peeve, so you can't think of it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What makes you late everywhere? Do you
My
just start
parents.
getting ready late?
kind of, but a lot of times my parents will give me tasks that I need to do before I leave the
But
house.
did they give you the tasks well in advance?
Sometimes, but like they always have to remind me to do my chores because I'm a little kid.
You're a
I'm
big child.
I'm a big child.
Body.
I guess just like disrespectful people. Yeah.
yeah,
I don't like-
My bad. Okay.
No, I think kindness and love is the answer. So
Love is
just-
the answer.
Yeah.
Okay.
Peace
So,
out.
are you a thinker or are you a doer?
Definitely a thinker. Yeah.
Depends. I feel like I make rash decisions sometimes.
Yeah.
But at the same time, like, I think a lot. But sometimes I don't think enough. It's really weird. I think I should see counseling.
I'm definitely a thinker. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm an overthinker.
Okay.
Big
Oh,
time.
yeah, he's like, sure. Overthinking.
All right. So, do you learn by watching or learn by doing?
Watching, I think it's easier like when you see someone doing it, because like if you do it and you're like, oh, I'm not sure if I'm doing this right. Let me see someone do it 1st. You know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think just doing it for me, like, just figuring it out. Like, for example, like, being a band, like, you just kind of gotta do it.
Yeah.
You know?
Just doing
And
it.
once you do
Remember
it,
the
like,
wolves.
this is really weird. Be used to it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Same for me.
Same.
Doing.
Okay.
I'm a watcher, I guess. I don't know. Like, that's a weird sentence. I'm a watcher.
It's a
No,
living red flag.
no, like, I'll put it into like music terms. Like, I'll watch so many like live videos
Yeah.
of bands play, like
True.
concerts or like specific songs, and I'll just analyze it, and I'll be like, wow,
Yeah, I agree.
and then like I'll just like incorporate it almost like subconsciously,
Uh-huh.
like when I perform, and I think, yeah, like I don't just like wake up and be like, all right, this is exactly what I'm gonna do,
Yeah.
like in this
Yeah, that's what I do.
specific performance. Like I'll put some thought into it, and then I'll like watch and then learn.
Okay.
Smart.
Alrighty. What motivates you the most?
Don't say food.
The future.
Okay.
Wow, that's inspiration.
It's kind of deep.
Love, I guess.
I have to cover the future. Like for me, just like
Why are you copying?
the prospects of what won't happen if I don't do what I have
Right.
to do now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I motivate myself.
Okay.
Yeah.
Wow, I'm just built different.
Yeah.
He's like, yeah, I don't need anyone else.
Yeah.
All right. What trait defines you most?
I don't want to sound pretentious, but I want to say my humor.
Okay.
Yeah, he's like hilarious. Like, so. Defines me. I guess like the fact that I'm in a band, which is not my proud. Like, I don't want to be known like, oh, you're the band kid. Like, but that's just how.
But you're gonna be, so.
Yeah, so I just kind of embrace it.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
I'm Kurt now, guys.
Defines me. I don't know.
Being a boomer.
Being
Yeah, being the 26-year-old in the band.
yeah, that's what defines me.
It's like it's so good because he doesn't even like in my perspective, like he doesn't act like a 26-year-old.
Right.
Is that-
Like he seems like he has.
That's not like in a bad way.
Yeah, no,
It
like
fits in.
he does. Very good.
So
Me, I'm gonna say my hair.
Okay.
Just because I've had it up this whole time, but like I don't know, people like I don't know, like jump to assumptions about me, like, oh, do you skate? And I'd be like, why? Like I don't
Oh
have
my
like
God.
long hair, or like, do you smoke? I'm like, no, but like I don't know, like I've had long hair for years. I've been growing it out basically since freshman year of high school, and it's gone through like phases. But like I don't know, I like my hair. Like I'll be walking around at work and they'll be like, "Are you Casey?" I'm like, "Yeah." I'm like, "Oh,
he's
I recognize you because it's the long hair." And I'm like,
It's the main-
"Oh," and I'm like, I guess I'll take that as a compliment. Like, okay, I don't know.
I
And my
wish I
parents
could
like
grow.
make fun of it too, because like I don't know, I'm not the most like tidy or like I don't brush my hair all the time, which is like a lot of the time. But
I never brush it.
it's okay. It's okay. I think at the last day of school, I'm planning to just buzz it. Just,
Really?
Just say screw it. You know?
Yeah, I'll do it with you.
Yeah. Shake on it. Yeah. That's what I thought.
Oh my god. All right. What celebrity annoys you the most?
Jared Leto.
Go in theaters exclusively.
No, skip me.
So it annoys me. I don't want to get hate, so I'm not gonna say anything.
Come on. Bring on the
There's
heat.
so many wrong answers.
There's a lot of
to
bad answers that will definitely get you attacked by fandoms.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm gonna say like be abstract and say like, no, actually, I want to say it so badly.
Say it.
No, I can't because we're gonna get hate for it.
All right.
Okay.
But you know, there's just some celebrities out there that do bad things, and then they're still celebrities, and people defend them, and I just don't understand that. Like, if you do bad things, you deserve to get
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
to not be like famous for that stuff, but people
Yeah.
are weird. So.
Yeah.
It's like fascination with serial killers. Like I never understood. Like when people like idolize them, and be like, "Oh my gosh, I'm in love with like."
Right.
Or it's like
You know.
movies do that too. Like we were talking about American Psycho like this morning.
Yeah.
Like
That's a great movie, though.
I haven't even seen it, but like I've seen so many like clips of it and like people talking about it. Like 'cause, like you
Yeah.
know,
Maybe I'll watch the whole thing.
Yeah. Eventually, one day.
What would you consider American Psycho? Someone in my Instagram like asked like, was it a horror? Is it a thriller? Is it? Because when I saw the question, I'm like, to me, it's more just like a satire piece.
Yeah. Yeah.
Would you consider like?
It comes off to
That's
me.
I wouldn't think of it as a horror.
It comes off to me like a psychological,
Yeah.
but I haven't even watched it, so I can.
And I also got a lot of comedy out of it as well.
Yeah,
Exactly.
Yeah.
That's what. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
You know, I'm a piss off the fans. Kanye West. Kanye
You
West.
idiot.
Were you thinking of Kanye West?
Yes, I was.
I'm sorry, all you Kanye lovers. I don't know. Like I don't hate his music. Like I'll actually listen to like Kanye.
So why do you think he's annoying?
Well,
I mean, I think that like I personally think that he needs to just shut up already. But I love Kanye.
Yeah.
But come on, dude, somebody help him. Somebody please just help
it's
him.
kind of funny to me, but like I also feel bad for him just because
Yeah.
like I don't know what's going on in his head when he posts certain things and
Yeah,
talks about certain things. But
I was actually talking about this with a friend earlier. Like, I think a big part about like a lot of celebrities suffer from like mental illness.
Yeah.
And I think Kanye has bipolar disorder,
I think so.
and a bunch of other artists have too. Like I know, like bringing back Kurt Cobain from Nirvana, he suffered from bipolar disorder. But a lot of artists do not take like medication because it like disrupts their.
or they'll self-medicate with alcohol or drugs,
Drugs,
and
yeah.
then you know
Yeah.
that's just a downward spiral from
Yeah,
there.
it is.
And like I feel like if Kanye wanted help, he's definitely capable of finding it. But I think he's too afraid it's gonna affect him as an artist. And in a sense, it might. Like I don't want to be like, you know, you have to be mentally healthy in order to like that's gonna like not change what you write because I feel like mental illness becomes a part of you in a sense, especially when it's affected you for so long.
Yeah.
And to say like medication is just gonna not change him is not true. Like depression's like a serious thing. So
Yeah,
For sure.
it's true.
So I don't want to get mad at him and be like, he's just a terrible person. But
Yeah.
I do agree, like his Instagram rants,
It's questionable.
they're hilarious and
Yes, could be
entertaining.
me, entertainment.
Yeah, but I feel bad for him because he's putting his life on blast.
Yes.
Yeah.
I think
And his
even
poor kids.
yeah, like they deserve
Yeah.
privacy. He deserves
It's like-
privacy.
You either love or hate him. I think.
The
Quite
people that
honestly,
love
poor
him,
Kim,
love
like
him.
I never thought I'd ever say that, but I mean that poor girl, like with
It's so funny when I think of like celebrity couples and how they end up together.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, like I don't know. It's funny to me. Just like
Like Jared Leto.
Yeah, like me and Jared Leto, like I don't know how we ended up.
Yeah,
yeah,
I think it was the
and also like in just like the music world too. Like thinking of like Gwen Stefani married Gavin Rossdale from Bush, and they had a long relationship, and then that fell apart. But
yeah.
just like or just like even like in the same bands, people like marry like Fleetwood Mac
Yep.
or like
Disaster.
Sonic Youth, which also
Disaster.
is the reason why they broke up. But you know, I think it's just fun to think about how music brings people together, and
Also a testament to love, though. How powerful that is. That it will tear you apart as well.
Well,
That's cool.
yeah, it's the extremes. But yeah, there you
Yeah.
go.
Yeah. Don't mess around with love, man.
alrighty. So, which moment in your life would you like to do over?
This whole podcast. No. I'm joking. I've said some questionable things. To whoever's watching, I did not look at you in the eyes.
It wasn't his fault, guys.
How about you, Mike?
Too over.
Probably just like middle school, just all of middle school. It was just like I was a completely different person.
Yeah.
It was just all embarrassment.
Oh no, me too.
I feel like that's middle school for a lot of people.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
an awkward.
You're just
stage
like
for
finding
everyone.
yourself out.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Damn, that's it. That's it.
Oh, probably like high school. I was pretty cringe.
Oh, were you?
I'm pretty sure I was. Yeah, looking back, I don't know. Some things like to say or whatever. I'm like, oh, looking back on it. Yeah, that.
I have to say, probably, well, this year for me, like, there's a lot of great things that have happened, especially with music, and I would like hate to like take those back, but there's also a lot of moments where I've been like, like what is my life right now like, and I feel like I do it to myself sometimes because I think a lot and I do bad things like to myself, like pushing people away and stuff. Just like bad habits, like being like a hormonal teenager. So if I could like redo some of those moments and be like, I could be better for myself and for others. Probably this year has been pretty rough. So
Interesting.
yeah, but I think Morbius like really saved
My God.
Turn things around.
The worst movie of all time just really
Man, it's so hard to think, like, one specific thing to do over again.
Maybe that car crash. I'm like,
Maybe that
Yeah, I could have handled that situation better. Maybe that's why
Maybe.
she broke up with me.
oh,
Yeah.
But you know what? It worked out for the best because now you're so happy.
Yeah.
Let's go.
Yeah.
Yeah, true. Everything happens for a reason.
Yes,
It
exactly.
does.
yeah.
Well,
So, all right. So, what's on the record right now for Big Child? What's the future plans?
Well, we have an acoustic set
Oh, okay.
next weekend, the 16th, at this place called Thank You Miami. I think it's called. It's like a restaurant place. So
we'll post about it.
we'll post about it. We also have got the festival coming up.
Yep.
It's May 7th, right?
Yep.
So that's going to be pretty big for us too.
That's gonna be fun.
We're looking forward to that.
Good.
Very looking forward to that.
I'm looking forward to it too.
Oh yeah.
It's a great
I
opportunity.
can't wait to
yeah.
see everybody. Yeah, it's gonna be so much fun, and you're gonna meet so many different bands, and because I got some from Palm Beach all the way down to Miami,
Yeah,
so
yeah.
it'll
Like,
be fun.
Tess Gray, I know, is someone you've interviewed.
Yes, Tess is. Yep.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
we're kind of buddies with her.
Yeah.
So
Do you guys go to the same high school?
no.
Oh, okay.
I think she goes to Miami Senior.
Yeah, she does.
Yeah.
Yep.
I was just there a little while ago. But
It's a beautiful high school.
it's like,
Yeah.
Is it actually?
It's like the one that used to be like a church or something.
Oh, I thought you were being
Oh, nice.
sarcastic.
No, it is.
No.
But yeah, I mean, we have that.
We're in the process right now of recording.
Oh yeah,
Yes.
we're probably gonna go home and finish that.
Do you guys do
Yeah.
your own recordings? Or...
This
This one, yeah.
yeah.
We've been working at home, and it's actually working really nice.
Nice.
Not spending a dime.
No, that's that's
Yeah.
a win-win. Do you produce your own stuff and everything?
Yeah.
Right now we are,
Awesome.
but
Matthew pretty much does all like the recording and mixing.
He's
and
the
everything.
mastermind.
Yeah,
That's
Make a-
cool.
because you really need to know what you're doing.
Yeah, you do.
Yeah, it's
He
tough.
knows
would never
what
it ain't easy.
I have
Yeah.
no clue what I'm doing.
We'll have that.
So that's something definitely to look forward to.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think that's gonna like showcase a lot
Yeah.
of like our diversity, which is
Yeah.
cool. Definitely more shows coming up
Okay.
in just this whole year. We have a lot planned. We have a good momentum right now, so we're trying not to break that.
Mhm.
Yep.
But yeah, we have shirts.
Yeah, I was just gonna ask if you had merch.
Yeah,
Shirts and stickers.
shirts and stickers.
Okay.
We're thinking of putting it up on a website like our Bandcamp. Well, I've been thinking about that. But for now, like we still on our shows, so
Okay.
Pull up.
pull up if
Pull up.
anyone wants.
Post the show.
And your Instagram, what is that? Where can people find you?
Oh yeah, you can find us at Big Child Band.
Child Band.
At Big
Again,
Child
that's
Band.
at Big Child Band. Instagram.
Yeah, there you go.
Not to be mistaken with them being the Big Child Band. It's just the Big Child.
So yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Is there anything you want to let everybody know before we end, or?
Thank you for listening. If you got all the way here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You
Make
made
sure
it.
you stay tuned for the next podcast.
Yes.
This is a
Stay
great-
on
Yeah.
podcast.
Thank you.
It's
Amazing.
a great show.
Jolly good show.
Fun.
Stream our new single, You,
Yeah.
everywhere.
Yes. Okay.
It's a good song, I think.
Stream all the
Awesome.
songs.
Yeah, just stream them all while you're at it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Love you, mom and dad.
Okay.
Mwah.
Alrighty.